But thank you everyone who's come in so far. Thank you for anyone that gave me birthday wishes yesterday as well as for today. I'm Super Mario 35 now, so oh, Pond, thank you so much for the gift subs and the ice climber. Thank you so much for the gift. Oh, it's good. This is gonna play for a bit. We got Casanova, Salem, Twitchnick, Sturm, and Mr. B. And if you are subscribed, there is there's a Discord channel. If you're linked to Discord with Twitch, in my Discord channel server, there's a channel for subs. And right now, there's like an opinion poll on which games you'd be interested in seeing me play after the finish Wargroove. I say poll. A poll is more better than vote, because it's not really a vote. It's because I said your name. I think the way it determines it is it goes based on who's currently here, and then it goes based on like people who watch a bunch who aren't here but aren't subbed or something. I think there's some sort of tier list to how they determine it. And thank you, Mr. B, for the bits as well, and thank you, Q, for the bits as well earlier. I really appreciate it. I was really confused, Zandy, because I was like, I didn't see Sneaky in here yet. Oh, wait, no, Sneaky's right there. Okay, I did miss Sneaky. Look, there's a lot going on. But thank you for the subs and the hype train and the bits and all that. I really appreciate it. Hello to Q, Sturm, Mr. B, Pond, Twitchnick, Sneaky, and I think that was everyone who said something. But yeah, thank you so much. So if you are subscribed or in our Discord server, you can now check that out if you are for any of the new gift subs. But yeah, so that's the general game plan for what's upcoming. But tonight we are playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. However, I just remembered I did not do a syncing test. And honestly, it's probably a good thing I did, because it looks like it might be a little delayed. I'm not even gonna... I'm gonna just reset it, because I can already tell it's not synced. Also, this will be the time, since I've been doing 1080 streams on with Wargroove, but Wargroove is like a 2D game. When we get to Mario Party especially, let me know if it looks good or if it's lagging or anything. Alright, Nintendo, Millionaire, Nintendo, Genesis, MEO, Wargroove, MEO, Wargroove, Famicom, Wargroove, Famicom, Mario, Famicom, Mario, Pokemon Mario, Pokemon Mario. Okay. And I assume this sounds okay. If it needs to go up, let me know. But I think it was pretty good from what I could tell, based on at least the levels. But we were playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I was just like, I want to do a trivia game. The only other trivia game I have is N64 Jeopardy. So I was like, you know what? I'll get Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We'll see how that is. And then we'll do some Mario Party Jamboree, because I actually haven't played that game with only computer players yet. So we'll see how that goes. But let's jump in here. So I have the deluxe edition, I think, that adds more questions. But I was looking at like the additional content for like packs, and they weren't anything I cared about. There's a free pack for Smurfs, but I don't know anything about the Smurfs, so I think maybe we won't get that. But I know, like, you basically have to also then buy like with fake money, some of these stuff to unlock it. So like, I'd like to get the manga pack, but to get that, I would have to like win some money first. So right now we only have these 3. It looks like, which this could be anything. These 2 varying, more knowledge here, less knowledge here for sure. So. But yeah, thank you so much for the hype train, guys. I really appreciate it. N64 Jeopardy is fun, but it's also like trivia from the 90s. So options wise, there's not really anything I think that needs adjusted right now unless we need audio adjusting. We'll have the subtitles on. You can put it on like different countries, which I think might affect the format slightly, but we're just gonna keep the US version. And there is multiplayer, but it looks like there is online multiplayer, but I assume you have, like, obviously you have to have the game, so. I'm not sure how family mode works, though. Like, I guess family mode would be, maybe we could try that after I do solo mode. Maybe family, because I assume it's, like, local, but it's, like, only one controller, maybe. So I could see if you guys could, like, play with that, maybe. I have no idea. Hey, Cake Man, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. How much did Millionaire cost? $1 million. Actual, I think it was on sale. I don't know if it's still on sale. It might still be on sale. I think it was like, with this and the deluxe edition, it was only $10. So, now without the deluxe edition, I think it was even less. But I'm just gonna mute the stream and fill in my head what you're saying. Yeah, it wasn't that much. Now all the extra packs, if you want all the packs, it's, I think with the sale was like under 20, which wasn't bad. But I was like, I don't really care about all these other packs. So, so we have normal, easy, quick. Quick is just text, which seems like, what's the point? Why you're playing Millionaire, you know? Easy has no timer, which is how Millionaire should work, but it's, I think the questions are also easier too. So we'll just jump in here. Oh, you can do it without. Okay. No, I want to do it without a timer. I think that might be that might be a deluxe edition having that for regular mode. But like, you want to have that, right? Okay, so you can shut off some of these. I'll leave it up to you guys. Should I just do a first round with everything up that I have unlocked at least? Because like, I could definitely just do the ones I know I'll know, but I feel like that might be like not fun. I not only was crazy enough to buy this game on all platforms, I actually did buy all the packs on the Xbox version. Yeah, and some of, like I said, one of the packs is the Smurfs, which is free, and I'm like, I don't think I know the Smurfs. Alright, so we got DC Comics, General Knowledge, or General Culture, Olympic Games, Arts and Literature, Entertainment, Geography 1, History, Language, Lifestyle, Science, and Sports. I'd like to get manga in here, but we'll have to get some neurons. Alright, so we can either play as Julie, Massimo. His passion is cars. Lindsay, Ruben, Margaret. These guys look like Hero Forge models. Pablo, Shun, Hang. None of these really fit me, I don't think. I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, this fits my age, but this guy's a freaking CEO for a car. No, I'm not picking this guy. Fuck that guy. Well, it says his passion is tap dancing. It doesn't mean he does tap dance. Julia or Pablo. I do like Pablo. You know what? We'll do Pablo. You should go with Jorge's because his passion is ancient. I was thinking that too. We can probably do a few different games. Maybe we'll do him next. But we'll start with we'll do Pablo. I do not think it does. Alright, let me know if the music needs adjusted. This part could probably be a little louder because it's the intro. Yeah, well, like that's just, if it needs to go down after that, let me know.
Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the show that fills up your bank account.
I hope it fills up my bank account.
It took long enough, but I'm finally in the game. I'd almost given up.
So let's get started then. 15 questions, 4 lifelines, $1 million.
4?
Best of luck. It's time to play Who Wants to Be
He's
a
been
Millionaire.
trying for 75 years.
Well, you know the money ladder.
All right, how does the
15
sound
questions,
sound?
And at the top, the million.
What the heck is that thing on the right?
To help you, we have 4 lifelines at your disposal. Phone a friend, the 50-50, ask the audience, and
I'll
switch the
questions.
question.
Okay, that yeah. As long as the audio's balanced, but if you need me to turn it down a
question?
bit, let me know. Which of the following refers to top-ranking players in a tennis tournament? A. Shrubs. B. Spores. C. Shoots. D. Seeds. Ah. I would think seeds would be the correct answer. But I didn't think that was top. Well, it could just be like, I was thinking like you get seeded. I think it's seeds. I don't know what pyramid means. Oh, it's just, okay, I see. Why does it say pyramid? Alright, we'll go seeds.
It's D, I think. I'm choosing D.
Oh, I had to hit it.
Is
I have
that
to
your
confirm.
final answer?
That's my final answer.
Hey,
now
PK.
it's time to find out the correct answer. You pulled it off.
Oh, what a relief.
That wasn't too bad.
Trust yourself and your acquaintances for this new question.
Which part of a ship shares its name with a collection of playing cards? A. Sail. B. Anchor. C. Deck. Or D. Funnel. It's B. Anchor. Sports is really funny. I hope. Yeah, no, that'd be really. You guys are obligated to donate the amount of money I win. Right? That's what we agreed to.
It's C, right? Okay, C.
So this is your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
Cut the anchor
Oh,
of
I
cards.
can't wait to see the correct answer. That is correct.
One more
C
right
for deck.
answer. My goodness, what talent.
I don't like these voice actors.
Let's go for this new eliminatory question.
What was the job Contrary Mary in the traditional... Wait, what was the job of Contrary Mary in the traditional nursery rhyme? Shepherdess, B. Milkmaid, C. Gardener, or D. Washerwoman? Contrary Mary. I don't know. These are pretty hard for... This is what, the $300 question? Contrary Mary, I don't... It's not Regis, it's fake Regis. Hey, Naran. It's Reggie Steele. I don't actually know this, to be honest. Like, I don't think it's Gardner, but I don't know that for sure. I'm just gonna... I think I'm gonna just switch the question.
So let's change the question. A switch lifeline well used.
It was Gardner, okay.
I think we all agree that we can move on to this new question.
U.S. presidents I might be okay with, depending. In the fairy tale, which trio built houses of straw, sticks, and... Well, that's way easier. Who knows who Contrary Mary is? Like... Alright, so we got A, the 3 bears, B, the 3 blind mice, C, the 3 little pigs, or D, 3 Billy Goats Gruff, which also is a really great... I love the name Billy Goats Gruff. But we will do 3 little pigs.
C is the right answer. I would stake my life on it.
I know you are waiting for me to ask you. So let's go. Is this your final answer?
That's my
Oh,
final
okay.
answer.
I have heard that before, Mr. B, but I definitely,
All
like,
right,
it does not
let's
stick in my
find out
mind
the
compared
right
to,
answer
like,
together.
literally any other nursery rhyme.
You really know your answers.
See? Experienced
No, see, that's
contestants
if this
always
was,
win
like,
the day.
Squid Game or something.
Are
Or
you
not
ready
Squid,
for
what's,
this new
like...
question?
That'd be a whole different Millionaire if you actually had to stake your life on it. What the what is this question? Who cares? Oh, actually I know the answer. Who cares also? I'm not even reading this question.
Okay.
We're just
C.
going to just ignore this
And now to the
question.
most important question of all. Is this your final answer?
Oh.
Yes, absolutely.
We're just going past this one.
With that, if I'm not the star of the family when I go back...
You're
Let's
gonna
go
have
for
him
this
say that
new
voice clip
eliminatory
on, I
question.
guess you mess upon and then he dies. Which of these is not an NFL football team? A, the Patriots, B, the Packers, C, the Pirates, or D, the Panthers? It's the Pirates, which are a
C
baseball
is the right answer. I would stake my life on it.
Are you absolutely sure? Is that your final? Well done. Now the good news is that you can't lose
We
anything.
got $1,000. Peter Pirates, Panther, to back of Patriots.
It's time to move on to a new question.
Yeah, Pablo's risking his life quite a bit here. Maybe, you know, I mean, I know he's 75, but still, he's got a few years left. What is the name of the supervillain scavenger submarine? A, the Scorpion, B, the Beluga, C, the Nautilus, or D, the Fearsome? I don't know who Scavenger is. The Millionaire theme is really good. It's half of, like, the game show, that, honestly. I don't know who Scavenger is. He's a supervillain. Okay, well, thank you. The only Scavenger I know is the right arm of the Devastator. I do not know who that is, sir. I mean, there's no way I'm getting this unless I just ask you guys, but I'm trying to avoid that for the first one. I mean, I assume this is just going to pick the right answer, I would hope.
Okay, audience, fingers on your keypads. Let's help our contestant. All vote now.
Yeah, I'm just asking the audience. Alright, I'm just going to ask, because Pond, you might know this. Is that right? Like, I would go with it regardless, but, like, I want to just know if the Ask the Audience is just always right or not. Because what if it's not? I don't know, maybe Pond doesn't know this, but I figured if anyone, Pond would know who the Scavenger is. I am betting my life on Pond.
I'm gonna say A.
I don't know if Pond's here anymore. I think the buzzards and the vultures are scavengers. This is true. You lose, it's Pawn's fault. Well, we're gonna trust the.
And what will be your
Pondians.
final answer?
That's my final answer.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the correct answer. That is correct.
One more right answer.
Gutless and brainless answer, not to Matt Pawnless.
What talent.
Are you ready to face the traps of this next question? Good luck to you.
Which U.S. state is known as the Pelican State? A. Louisiana, B. Florida, C. North Carolina, or D. South
Okay.
Carolina?
I haven't spent this many years educating myself to not know the answer to this question.
I don't know the answer to this question. What kind of pelicans are you looking at, Sturm? I would only have guesses here.
We are never better served than by our friends. You choose to call one, and we will have them on the phone right now.
Who am I choosing? Who's Zelda? What? Who are we calling Princess Zelda? Alright, yeah.
Yes, hello.
I know it's a name,
I'm
but-
listening.
Good evening. This is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and Pablo needs your wisdom.
Well, I'm going to do my best then.
Zelda, you're my last hope on this one. But
Guys,
don't
guys,
put
hurry
too
up.
much pressure on yourself, okay?
Guys.
Not too much.
Guys, we're on a
I
time
have
limit.
no doubt whatsoever. The right answer is A.
We didn't even ask the question. We didn't even tell her what the question was.
I'm going to pick A.
I'm gonna trust Zelda, but I don't think it's right.
That'll be my final answer.
You don't know who
I
Scavenger is?
can't
Okay,
wait
I
to
didn't
see the
wasn't
correct
sure.
answer. Yes, you are right.
I'm gonna assume these are just always
See?
right, but
Experienced contestants always win the day.
Zelda is so smart. She's so wise.
The game is off to a good start, but you shouldn't stop there. Here is a new question.
That's not surprising. Alright, Nancy is a character in which Charles Dickens novel? Oliver Twist, Barnaby Rouge, Hard Times, or Bleak House? Oh, this would be a Naran question, who probably also might not know this anyway, but... or PK. Either one I think would be in their wheelhouse. I don't think it's Oliver Twist, but I don't... it might be, though. I'm trying to think of who... because that's the only one I'm familiar with. Obviously, there's, Oliver. I don't remember if there's... I know there is a female character, but I can't remember if her name is Nancy. You don't know this Dickens crap? You're actually very bad at literature questions. Fair enough. Apparently Aquaman, but I literally only know the Aquaman villains everyone knows. I didn't even know what Aquaman's villains are, to be honest, at all. I would assume a whale. We will do... because I'm trying to get as many neurons right now.
Okay,
to
we will
unlock
take
other
two
stuff,
incorrect
so
answers away.
I'm okay with like using lifelines. Huh. I think... I can't remember if it's... I'm trying to think of my musical knowledge from Oliver. Like, I don't think a character is Nancy, but I don't know for sure on that. We'll just go with this one then. I don't think it's
this
Nancy.
is your final answer?
In that one.
Yes, that's my final answer.
Could have walked away, I guess. But...
Now it's time to find out the correct answer. What a
Dang,
pity.
it is okay.
This is the
I couldn't
wrong
remember entirely.
Well,
I'm like,
the old geezer messed up again.
You are leaving with your guaranteed cash prize. You played a good game. Good try.
he staked his life on it. Look, I got $1,000 at least. Okay, so that translates to 40 neurons. Okay. So if we want manga, we need... Let's see here. Manga is 2,000. Oh god. Okay, but I think if you get higher, like you earn more depending on how much you make, obviously. So, all right, let's try this. Let's see how family mode works. We'll do you. Oh, was that? Wait, did I not get? Hang on. Did I not get an option for family mode? Where is family mode at? I didn't notice it. We can get higher. Yeah, that was one of those ones where I was like, there's a part of me that's like, no, I think it is Nancy, isn't Oliver, but I could not remember for the life of me. So I was just like, Like, it's either it's either the only one I know, or it's, like, that's why I wasn't sure if, like, I was only saying that because it's the only one I knew. So I was like, maybe it's not the one I'm familiar with. So we want to go, yeah, family mode, okay. So let's see how this works. So number of candidates, all right. How many people are in chat? We got PK, Sturm, Twitch Nick, Q. I guess there is. We'll see how this works. Otherwise, somebody can just take the slot. That'll be normal. Let's just see how this works. We can actually make this work. Oh, is this like? Okay, I see. Okay, now this is what I was thinking it is then. Because I was thinking this was like. It seems like it's similar to like competitive, but like you have the whole family like are potential contestants. Because, like, yeah, it looks like you pretty much pick every character here. Which I wonder if it will give us the fastest finger question. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You're right on that. I was thinking it was something that, like, it would work that you could, like, take past the controller. Which I guess you can just do... like, you could just make that up yourself. I'm just curious if they'll do a fastest finger. That's what I'm curious about here. But I think we'll do another round, and I'll have you guys help me this time to see if we can get manga.
Everyone
Is Millionaire even still on the air right now?
Money ladder. But to do that,
Like, obviously it's not
they
Regis
have to
because
answer skillfully
he's
in
dead.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's Pablo's turn to do his best to reach the top.
no, they
Good
just
luck.
do it in you just take turns then. Okay, so that's boring. Okay. The Ghost of Pablo. Terry Crews. That's not who I would think would host it. It's weird what like people they get to host game shows. Like Wayne Brady was like an improv, on like Whose Line Is It Anyway? And now he, like, I think he's still hosting, was it Pressure Luck? What's the show? I don't know if it's Pressure Luck. What was the show that, I cannot remember what show he's on, but he's on some, like, No, not... Oh, it is Let's Make a Deal. You're right, it is Let's Make a Deal. I was confusing it with, Deal or No Deal. Which, okay, maybe this is a hot take. I think Deal or No Deal is the least interesting game show ever. Like, there's no, like, there's no sort of, like, it's just luck entirely. It's just 30 minutes of luck. Yeah, Pressure Luck is whammies, right. What's the Deal or No Deal Island? Oh, I remember that was a thing we did, and there was a Deal or No Deal trivia question. How did that work exactly? I remember that was something that we did. But how did it exactly work? Was it like we like picked trivia questions, right? Like it was like it was probably more like Jeopardy, to be honest.
Welcome back to Who Wants
It's
to Be a
Deal or No
Millionaire?
Deal, but on an island.
It took long enough, but I'm finally in the game.
It's all about the new
I'd
game show where they
almost
show your
given
picture
up.
and you name the picture.
Are you ready to make some money? Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
There's
Well,
challenges
you
and
know
voting
the
and
money
shit
left.
that is vaguely...
15
I didn't know this was
questions.
actually real.
At the top, the million. To help
We did it
you,
after...
have
Oh,
four
right.
lifelines at
Okay,
your
so it was
disposal.
basically you do trivia and then
Phone a
everyone
friend.
gets a choice to
The
pick
50-50.
cases, basically.
Ask the audience and switch the question. Are you ready for this new question?
I think Weakest Link was mostly likable because of the host more than anything else. I mean, I think it's a fine show, but, like, the host was the big thing for that one. Americans love British people who, like, are... like seen as like experts, I guess, for some reason, because like Hell's Kitchen and that. If someone you have been talking about suddenly appears, you might say talk of the it's definitely speak of the speak of the devil, talk of the deacon, talk of the dentist. Who said speak of the dentist?
B for me.
You had to make a choice. Is that your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
You figured it out perfectly. Nice
What?
answer.
I don't. Who wrote that question? It's definitely nobody's
See,
ever said talk of the. It's
Experienced
definitely speak of
contestants
the.
always win the day.
Discourse of the Doctor. That's a finale
Let's
episode
move on to a
pod
whole new question.
by the Nina. You're here. Complete the title of Jonathan Swift's classic novel, Gulliver's what? Travels, Vacation, Lost Weekend, All-Inclusive Resort. It's definitely travels.
Let's go with A.
And what will be your final
Gulliver's
answer?
All-Inclusive Resort.
Oh, yes, that's my final answer.
These are much easier already.
You
Not
have
that
given your
not that
final
these were
answer.
too bad.
Now is the time to see the right one. That is correct.
One more right answer. My goodness, what talent.
I don't know if I remember Greed. I feel like I vaguely remember Greed.
Good luck to you for this new question.
What is Gulliver's first name? And I was like, what the fuck? I thought it was Gulliver. I don't... What is his first name, actually? Which of these is a well-known American rock band? Arrow Jones, Arrow Murphy, Arrow Smith, or Arrow Kelly? Why? These are like... What? This set is like... I get to pick easy, right? I picked normal? I thought I did.
It's C, right? Okay, C.
Are you absolutely sure? Is that your final answer?
That'll be my
Yes.
final answer.
The choice is made.
Yeah, I think I remember that because there was a whole like
Well done. You've got
social
it.
aspect of it of trying to like wouldn't
See?
betray people or something. I
Experienced
think.
contestants always win the day.
Trust yourself and your acquaintances for this
Often
new
found
question.
on beaches, what is kelp? Starfish, seashell, seaweed, sand. What did the difficulty just nosedive? It must be fun to be the person who writes the easy questions. Kelp is actually a starfish.
C is the right answer. I would stake my life on it.
Final answer? You sure?
That's my final answer.
Oh, I can't wait to see the correct answer.
Yeah, these are the
figured
real
it out
easy so far.
perfect.
50%
Nice answer.
receipt, 50% weed.
One more right answer. My goodness, what talent.
So let's move on to a whole new question.
Des Moines is the capital of which U.S. state? Nebraska, Iowa, Montana, or Idaho? So I am having you guys help me on this one, but I'm pretty sure it's Des Moines, Idaho. Can I just get confirmation that I'm not crazy? Or Des Moines, Iowa. No, Iowa, you're right.
I would say B.
I mixed
I
up.
have no doubt.
My brain was like Iowa, and then when I saw Idaho, I'm like, oh, it's Idaho because it was the most recent one.
You've reached the threshold.
Was that posted today? I
Our
just
team
woke
of
up not that
editors
long ago.
offers you a new question.
Well, somewhat long ago. His first name is Lemoy, or Lamel. Yeah, I would not have known that. All right, what does a lexicographer specifically compile? Catalogs, crosswords, dictionaries, or anthologies? I would assume dictionaries or catalogs, but I can't imagine it's crosswords, but yeah, okay, dictionaries is what I was thinking. I imagine it's dictionaries.
C.
I think
No
I'm
doubt
pretty-
about it.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
the
your
logic.
final?
Oh, yes, that's my final answer.
Okay, the computer validated your answer. You got it right. Well done.
You really need the computer.
what
Like,
a
don't you have
relief.
like a printed sheet of answers? You don't need the computer to determine the right answer.
Concentrate.
I mean,
Here's a new
in the
question
game's
for you.
case, sure, but like, what is Britt Steven Redgrave's specialty? Rowing, archery, decathlon, tennis. Who? is this Olympics? I don't know who this is. Redgrave sounds like a superhero. We'll use a lifeline if we don't know. It's not tennis. Well, that doesn't help, though. Alright, I'm assuming if Nara doesn't know, then nobody's gonna know. The other three nobody gives a shit about, so who knows? Alright, we're gonna just ask the audience.
Okay, audience, big one here. Pick up those keypads and enter your votes now.
And they say rowing.
I'm
So,
going to pick
sure.
A.
Final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
All right, let's find out the right answer together.
I'm just saying Redgrave sounds like a superhero.
You got it.
Right?
with that if I'm not the star of the family when I go back?
Now that you've released the pressure, here's a new question.
In what era is the television series Krypton set? 200 years before the fall of Krypton, 100 years before the birth of Superman, after the resurrection of the planet Krypton, 100 years after the death of Superman. Well, 100 years before the birth of Superman would just still be before the, like, Superman was born when the Krypton fall. Well, I guess not that long after Krypton fell, right? So, it would be 100 years before the fall of Krypton, or 200 years. What the fuck is this? Is this like a question sponsored by Fox? Well, there's a DC set of questions, so I assume it's pulling from that set specifically. Does anybody know the answer to this one? Because I honestly do not know. I would guess either A or B would be. I assume it's not D. I mean, I guess it could be D or C. Crazier things have happened, but all right, we're gonna just phone. We're gonna phone
let's
Zelda.
Call a friend.
Do you think Zelda would actually know the answer to this? I feel like Zelda would not, but like, wisdom.
Yes, hello. I'm listening.
Good evening. This is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and Pablo needs your wisdom.
Well, I'm going to do my best.
She has wisdom though,
Zelda,
Sturm.
you're my last hope on this one. But don't put too much pressure on yourself, okay? Not too
Zelda's
much.
fine.
Hey, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, Zelda's not 100% sure. This must be said the Zelda 2 Zelda. Yeah, I'm gonna be safe here. She said she wasn't. I assume it would be whatever she picks, but like I don't know if they can like give you a false answer with that or not. Okay, we're going. I just want to make like.
I'm gonna say
sure.
A.
Is that your final?
That'll be my final
I think she
answer.
said that last time too, though, that she wasn't 100%
You have given
sure.
your final answer. I hope it is the right one. That is correct.
One more.
Sorry, Zelda,
right
I didn't
answer.
trust you.
My goodness, what talent!
Okay. After having lost his left hand, which accessory does Aquaman install at the end of his arm? A hook, a cannon, a harpoon, or a claw? What happened to the music? I must have skipped it by accident. The music's just gone. This show loves Aquaman. I would think it's not a hook just because that seems too obvious. Are you saying it is a hook? PK? I mean, I trust you. 2 out of 3 DC questions have been Aquaman. Alright, we're gonna trust PK.
You seem to be convinced, but is this your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Well, he lost his hand. It's
You have
after
made
he
your
lost his
choice.
left hand.
It's sad, but it's the game.
Oh,
This
PK!
is not the right answer.
Oh, well, great. What a failure. I'm not proud of myself.
Congratulations.
wrong.
You walk away with
Maybe
your
there's different
guaranteed cash
continuations
prize.
of,
Good
like,
for you.
Aquaman. Well, that's why I went with PK, because I'm like, I didn't think it was Hook, but, like, just because it seems, like, too on the nose, but, like, he said it's definitely in the cartoon, and I believe it, that it's definitely in the cartoon. Alright, we gotta get more than... You know what? Does anyone object to me turning off DC? We can leave it on, but does anyone object to that? Go right ahead. A hook-shaped harpoon. Well, like at that point, then that's like a misleading question. Then, if it's both. All right, we're gonna turn off DC for now. We'll give Pablo one more shot here. Also, says flip the question. I thought it was switch the question. I'm gonna skip some of this stuff. Alright, when something is quartered, it is divided into how many pieces? 4.
Well, I'm gonna try B.
You know what my next question is, right? Is this? That is correct.
I know Aquaman
That
bears
just
the
goes
question
to show
right
that my memory is still in good shape.
PK should do a Millionaire trivia contest
New
for us.
question coming up.
It would be a good
Good
job.
luck
It
to
would be
you.
a good thing. Or it would be fun, is the word I wanted to use. In which train do Harry Potter and his fellow pupils travel to school? Hedwig Freight, Hogwarts Express, Hagrid Shunter, or Hermione 125?
B for me.
I know you are waiting for me to
Hagrid
ask you.
Shunter.
So let's go. Is this your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
You have given
Switch
your
the
final
question in
answer.
protest.
Now is the time to see the right one.
Look, I'm trying to get neurons, though, Naron. I'm trying to get
That's the
neurons,
one.
though, Neuron.
With that, if I'm not the star of the family when I go back,
Are you ready for this new question?
What motive for vengeance does Black Manta have? I turned off DC! I turned off DC! It's all Aquaman! Ubisoft is like, you need to watch Aquaman. He publicly humiliated him, he killed his father, he stole his treasure, he took his wife from him. Does anyone know? I would assume he killed his father. I would think like 2020, but I don't actually know. Was Aquaman its own category? There's no way Aquaman it was its own category. I assume you're joking. Alright, we're just gonna... No, we're switching the question. Screw this
Let's
bullshit.
switch the question right now, hoping that the new one will bring you luck.
It changes with each iteration? Okay. Okay, see, I would have thought it was he killed his father, just because that seems
Your new question is ready. Good luck.
the most logical of those ones, at least. No, Black Manta backstory. Oh, are you talking about the hook still? How many laps around the stadium does a 400m runner do? 1, 2, 3, or 4? I assume 4, right? There's 100 meters. I think each track is like 100 meters. 1? Alright.
I'm gonna say A.
You seem to be convinced, but is this your final answer? Yes,
See,
absolutely.
this is why I have you guys.
One more
I don't
right
know,
answer.
I just wanted to feel
My
included.
goodness, what talent.
1.
Our team of editors offers you a new question.
In one story, he simply hates Aquaman because he hates the sea. That's really funny. Oh, 100 meters is just a straight line. Okay. What day is celebrated each year in the U.S. on June 14th? Independence Day, Columbus Day, Flag Day, or Labor Day? celebrated? Isn't it Flag Day probably? I mean, it can't be any of the other ones, I'm pretty sure. It is July 4th. That's September. I don't know which day, but it's definitely September, and that's October. So it has to be by default.
C is the right answer. I would stake my life on it.
Are you absolutely sure? Is that your final answer?
No human has ever celebrated
my
Flag
final-
Day.
That's the one.
You don't have a
See?
good glass of a nice
Experienced
glass of
contestants
Flag Punch for
always
Flag
win the
Day.
Here's a
You
new
don't
question
you
for
don't break out the a good old game of flag of capture the flag for Flag Day. What is the maximum number of
I haven't
players in the
spent this
standard
many
game
years
Scrabble?
educating myself to not
2,
know the answer
4,
to this
6,
question.
or 8? It's definitely more than... Well... I'm pretty sure it's more than 2. I would think 6, but what do you guys think? Hey, chat. Make what shape is a square? Square. All the Scrabble sets I have, they come with 4. I have never played... Well, I have played Scrabble, but I never played with the maximum number of players. Usually I play with one per other person.
I would say B.
I
have
usually
no
play
doubt.
with 2, but I know you can do more than 2.
You seem to be convinced, but is this your final answer? Now you are up to the threshold. Well done. This new question shouldn't give you a hard time, in theory.
Which Olympic swimming champion later played Tarzan in a movie? Mark Spitz, Elaine Bernard, Johnny Weissmuller, or Ian Thorpe? I feel like it's actually Thorpe. I feel like I know this, but I could be wrong on this. The name sounds familiar for some reason. But that could just be I recognize the name. I would definitely play Scrabble. I don't know if I'd be good at it, but I definitely would play Scrabble. We should have a boron. We should have a board game night. I'm probably gonna use a lifeline unless anyone knows it in chat. But I would assume I would go with Thorpe, but I don't know if that's right. This would be a pawn question potentially, maybe. Hell yeah, I love boron. Boron night. Alright,
Okay, audience, fingers on your keypads. Let's help our contestant. All vote now.
C. Alright, well, I'm gonna assume the audience is right.
C. No doubt about it.
And now to the most important question of all. Is
I
this
still
your
think this would be
final
really
answer?
funny if this game allowed
Yes,
you to, like, for,
that's
like,
my
phone a
final
friend.
answer.
You just go to your Switch friends list and pick someone
You
to,
have
like...
given your final answer.
I know Switch doesn't have the
Right
option for it, but, like, you ring them up and are like,
With
hey,
that, if
could
I'm
you
not
help
the
me with
star of the
Who Wants to Be a
family when
Millionaire?
I go back.
Alright, how many universities make up the Ivy League? Oh, well, Naram will know this. 4, 6, 8, or 10? I want to say it's... Maybe it's 4, but... Hey, chat. Yeah, I assumed it was old Tarzan. Like, I didn't know if you would know it, but like, I figured if anyone would know it, it would be you. Kind of what's in my head right now. There's what, like Yale, Harvard. Isn't Harvard also Ivy League? Harvard, Brown, Yale, Princeton, Cornell. That's 5 at the top of my head. Is it 6 then? 6 feels like it sounds right. Like 6 Ivy League colleges. I feel like 10 is too much. Columbia. Is there 8 then? Are we confident it's 8, or should I do a lifeline? I guess if it's Dartmouth and Columbia, it would be... Okay.
It's C, right? Okay, C.
You know what my next question is, right? Is this your final answer?
That'll be my final answer.
Now, the actual question is, what's the last one that you're missing?
That just goes to show that my memory is still in good shape.
I hope you have recovered from your emotions, because here is your new question.
Who married American heiress Nancy Chevelle in the fall of 2011? Mick Jagger, Bono,
Okay.
Paul McCartney,
I haven't
or
spent
Rod
this
Stewart?
many years educating myself.
Who
to
cares?
not know the answer to this question.
You did not, Sturm. I don't think you... I don't... There's a lot of reasons why you didn't. Is it actually Bono? I have no idea on this one, so if anyone knows it, otherwise I'll just do a lifeline. Like, I don't know the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Why would I? Who cares? Okay, yeah, no, I kind of assumed you were teasing me.
I hope you're not going to lose a friendship tonight. Fingers crossed.
Alright, well, Zelda hasn't steered us wrong so far.
Yes, hello. I'm listening.
Good evening. This is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And Pablo needs your wisdom.
Well, I'm going to do my best then.
Zelda, you're my last
Mick
hope
Jagger.
on this one. But don't put too much pressure on yourself, okay? Not too
I feel
much.
I feel like none of us are
I
like
would
into
say
like
D,
this
but
kind of
it's still risky.
who married who. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who cares about that kind of stuff? She said D? Is that what she said? That's what's on screen, right? It was D.
It's D, I think. Well, actually, I'm sure of it.
Is that your final answer? What a pity.
What the-
This is the
It's a
wrong
D on
answer.
screen for Zelda!
Oh,
So
well,
they can
the
get it
old
wrong
geezer
then.
Messed up again.
You are...
Zelda lied to me! So what's the point of having a phone a friend if your friend can be just wrong randomly? Alright, we're gonna get the million. We gotta do this again here. Alright, Pablo, we're gonna try someone new this time. We'll do Horace. I mean, it makes sense, but like for like random AI, it's a little annoying, you know. I could get the idea of having to pick the right friend, but Shaking my head, Mega. I can't believe you don't know the answer to everything. Yeah, but I'm real. To be fair, Photo Friend in reality would probably fail because, like, unless you have a friend who's like an expert in a specific question,
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
like, you have to just get lucky that the person you're calling happens to know.
Good
like,
evening,
whatever
everyone. I'm delighted to
having
be here
issues
with you.
There are only 15 questions standing between our contestant and $1 million. So let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
What time is it now? 8:13. All right, I think the latest
Well,
we'll go is
you know the
we'll
money
go
line.
till maybe
15
9 o'clock.
questions, and
on
at the
this.
top, the million.
I want to get manga though,
To help
then do
you,
one
we
of
have
just
4
manga.
lifelines at your
because you can shut
disposal.
up everything but
Phone a
manga.
friend, the 50-50, ask the audience, and switch the question.
Unless your friend's like Ken Jennings.
Trust yourself and your acquaintances for this new question.
In a science lab, what name is given to a glass tube which is closed at one end? Test tube, quiz tube, term paper tube, homework tube.
We're going to say
Quiz
A,
tube.
okay?
Are you sure?
Oh, yes, that's my final answer.
Now it's time to find out the correct answer.
YouTube is actually the correct answer.
That's an answer I can get behind.
One right answer found easily, or almost.
And let's go for a whole new question.
The synonym questions are so funny, yeah. Who is the only American skier who has won Olympic giant slalom gold in 2014? Bode Miller, Tommy Moe, Ted Ligety, or Phil Mayer? I think if you get the general knowledge ones, they have like super easy ones, but then when you get the other packs, like this is the Olympic pack, that's when it throws things off, because this one is not easy. Ted Ligma. Okay, we're just gonna ask the
Okay,
audience.
audience,
I'm sure they can.
get some help here.
I could just turn the Olympics off at this point too, but to be honest, the DC one was giving me more trouble. Okay, C. It is Ted Ligma.
I'm gonna try C.
Are you absolutely sure? Is that your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
All right, let's find out the right answer together. That's what we were looking for. That's right.
And there we have it.
Good luck to you for this new question.
What word describes a period with very little rainfall? Deluge, downpour, drought, drenching.
C. That's the right choice.
So this
one's
is
very
your final
funny.
answer?
Oh, yes,
Favorite Pokemon
that's my
movie
final
song.
answer.
Rudon.
Just own it. You got it.
One right answer found
No,
easily.
I don't think we ever need to
Almost.
see an Aquaman question again, Bond.
Let's go.
I
for
will
this
scream
new
if we get another
eliminatory
Aquaman question. Oh my god! No! God damn it! What must Aquaman do lest he perish? Feed himself exclusively with fish, filter his water, sleep in water, be in contact with water at least once every 24 hours. Hey chat, I don't know. Oh my, I always hate Aquaman. I would assume this, but this is another stupid question. Do we have an idea of what the answer is though, even if it's stupid? We definitely turned off DC, right? I think, unless I turned it back on. I guess Aquaman is just in the common knowledge set. Alright, well, we'll go with
No
D.
more
If you guys are
hesitating.
wrong, let's like,
I'm gonna say D.
whatever, we'll...
You had to make a choice. Is that your final answer?
That'll be my final answer.
I can't believe we've
You have
done
made your
Oops,
choice.
all Aquaman.
That's the one.
And one more right answer for me.
Here's a new question for you.
The movie, that is. Which Olympic symbol is passed from hand to hand during the opening ceremony? A baton, a torch, a scepter, a magic wand.
I'm choosing B.
Is that your final?
I don't think any DC movie
that's
besides
my final
well,
answer.
Batman or Superman, but definitely Batman has been
I
ever
can't
really
wait
popular.
to see the
Though I
correct
know people
answer.
liked Wonder Woman. I don't know if the second one was good. I know people liked the first Wonder Woman of the like the newer movies. I've never played
Let's go for this new
Aquaman on the
eliminatory
GameCube, but
question.
isn't that one bad? Florent Manodou was an Olympic gold medalist in 2012. For which distance? Yeah, that was something that was canceled, wasn't it? I'm going to assume nobody knows this, so we're going to just do this.
Let's switch the question right now, hoping that the new one will bring you luck.
Wonder Woman 2 was extremely hated. Was it like justifiably hated or just like hated by people who were like, you know how people can be, right, Pod? Like,
I think we
did
all
you think it was
agree
also
that we
bad,
can
or was
move
it
on to
people who
this new
just
question.
hating it for the wrong reasons? In which city is the UN building the headquarters of? Which city is the UN building the head? Wait. Oh, okay. It's just this is a weirdly worded question, but in which city is the UN building? Which is the headquarters of the United Nations? Which I feel like that last part is just redundant. You could just say, in which city is the United Nations building? Geneva, New York, Stockholm, or Vancouver? Yeah, I was thinking it was New York.
I'm certain that it's B.
Are you absolutely sure? Is that your final answer? Yes, absolutely.
That was the right answer?
Geneva Con.
Awesome!
I mean, Geneva Con was a real thing.
Now let's go to the next question, if you don't mind.
Which of these cities is situated on the Mississippi River? Atlanta, B, Chicago, C, Memphis, or D, Kansas? I want to say Atlanta? Where's... Okay, Georgia... Because Mississippi goes between Ohio... Like, because Pennsylvania... Well, no, there's Kansas City, Kansas, I'm pretty sure. I think. Or Kansas City something. Chicago? Is it Chicago? I feel like that's too far. So does the river go like, because like I know it goes through, I'm pretty sure it goes through Pennsylvania, doesn't it? Or am I wrong on that one? Maybe I'm mixing up rivers. I know Pennsylvania has the 3 rivers, but I think I might be mixing up what those 3 rivers are. I'm pretty sure I'm mixing up which those 3 rivers are.
I think
I'll
that
trust
the
Pika
right
on
answer
this.
is B.
Final answer?
Oh, yes, that's my final answer.
You have given your final answer. I hope it is the right one. Oh, I'm so sorry.
PK!
Dumb mistake on my part, really.
Congratulations. You are leaving here with your safety net, and I'm glad it paid off.
About like what, 40, 40, We're like, we got a lot to go if we want to get manga. No, I pressed you if you have proof, but like... But like, it's annoying. If it is wrong, it's like, it sucks when the worst thing a trivia game can do is have a wrong answer. That's like easily the worst. Alright, you know what? I don't know if easy is gonna give us like less money, but let's see what easy is like. Bring back Pablo. They are, right? Chicago is on a lake, not a river. So it's on the lake that filters into the Mississippi then. Didn't give me the choice to pick packs for easy, I don't think, did it? Or did I just skip through without thinking? What is the name of the fairy who accompanies Peter Pan on his adventures? Crafty Bell, Tinker Bell, Lindy Bell, or Ringing Bell?
I would say B. I have no doubt.
And what will be
No,
your
no worries,
final
PK.
answer?
Oh, yes? That's my final answer.
That is correct.
Winry Rock Bell.
Oh, what a relief.
Let's
The
go for
easy
this new
answers are really
eliminatory
funny.
question.
I love them making these kind of questions. Which character asked for a drawing of a sheep? The Little Lou, the Little Mermaid, the Little Prince, or the Little Vampire? What? Dusty Wing. Yeah, I was thinking that, Stir. I mean, it's not the Little Mermaid. I don't think it's the Little Vampire. I don't know who the Little Lou or the Little Prince is. The Petite Prince. Does anyone know this, actually? What the heck is the little... Is this... Are the kids into, like... It's like a new thing? Or is it just, like... Something I just never heard of?
Okay, audience.
C, Little Prince. Sure.
It's C, right? Okay.
The audience
C.
has not been wrong.
Are you sure?
Oh, I thought you were making a
Make it
joke.
look easy. You got it.
I thought you
One
were
more
just
right
joking
answer. My goodness.
about,
what
like, one of the
talent.
answers.
Our
Sorry,
team
Bob.
of editors offers you a new question.
What comes after winter? What do you... The Ice Age! I really hope it's the Ice Age.
C is the right answer. I would stake my life on it.
And now to the most important question of all. Is this your final answer? That is the right answer.
If you live in any other state than
See,
Maine, it's spring. But if it's Maine,
experienced
then it's the
contestants
Ice
always
Age.
win the day.
And let's go.
I don't know
for
if
a
you
whole
need
new
experience
question.
for that one. Are you sure about the order of the seasons? What? With what do you cut up food? A knife, a knife, a knife, or a knife? Okay, actually though, which of these is it actually? Because I feel like I've seen both spellings, right? I would assume A, but... Knives is plural, okay. That's what I was thinking, but
Let's
I
go
wanted
with
to just
A.
make sure.
Final?
That's my final
What
answer.
killed the dinosaurs? A knife?
The choice.
I know you're
That's
talking
what
about
we
the
were
Ice
looking
Age,
for.
but-
That's right.
Oh, what a relief.
Approximately how much of the Earth's surface is covered by oceans? 7.1% of the surface, 71% of the surface, 3.5% of the surface, or 35% of the surface? I'm pretty sure it's 71, right? It is not 3.5. Water is rare. Look. These questions are easy, but then there's also like an aspect of like, actually though, this could really trip you up. Is it not? Is it actually 35%? There's a lot of water though, to be fair. It's okay. It is 71%. There's a lot of water.
Well, I'm gonna try B.
You know what my next question is, right? Is this your final answer?
They should have like kid contestants. If they're doing kids mode, right? They should have like cool kid contestants. It would make it more relatable.
Our team of editors offers you a new question.
Which organ cleans the blood? The liver, the kidneys, the heart, or the brain? Well, the heart pumps the blood.
I haven't spent
The brain
this many years educating myself
doesn't do anything with the
to not
blood.
know the answer to this question.
Pretty sure it's the liver, right? Because kidneys, well, kidneys filter, but the kidneys filter for like... Maybe kidneys also do blood. Kidneys filter, but I assumed it was like for like... I'm gonna say liver, but what, am I wrong on that one? I could be mixing that one up, to be honest. Because kidneys have to do with like bladder and like, you know. Okay, so I'm not dumb if Sturm doesn't remember either. It's kidneys. They kind of do both. That's what I was thinking. Like, I feel like these are on the same kind of level. Alcohol. Okay. All right. I'm gonna trust Pawn.
I have no doubt.
Final?
That'll be my final answer.
It's the wrong answer.
What the heck?
Well, the old geezer messed up again.
This is dumb because
I'm
we're losing
sorry,
on these questions
but
that
you're
aren't
still
even
leaving with your
like.
guaranteed cash prize.
Like, they're picking really, like tricky questions. Okay, the easy ones are actually, you get the same amount of money. So, we might as well try to do that for to get manga. What am I actually after that? 'Cause I want to get manga. I want us to do manga. We're at 200. I need to get 2,000. So, if we can get higher and easy, we just need to not get tripped up by those, like, those weird questions. Yeah, I feel like it could have been both, honestly. Or it sounds like it's kind of like both different aspects of it. And that's like for kids. Imagine a little kid getting that question. They would cry. What is the name of the major river in the ancient Egypt, or just Egypt in general? Actually, the Bile, the Nile, the Pile, the Face.
Well, I'm gonna try B.
Are you absolutely sure? That
Which
is
I feel like
right
the original
answer.
Millionaire didn't really do that. It didn't really have
See,
questions that would trip people up with like
experienced
two
contestants
similar
always win the
questions
day.
usually, or answers usually. What do caterpillars turn into? Flowers, flies, leaves, butterflies.
It's D, I think.
I don't even have to ask
I'm
Nina for
sure
this
of
one.
Is that your final?
That's my final answer.
If this
The
is your final
actual
answer,
show has some really easy
That's the
questions
one.
though too. That it's like
That
if you just don't know it,
goes
you
to
don't
show
know it.
that
But
my
there are some
memory is
like
still in good shape.
famously the original run of Millionaire had the Pokemon
So let's
question
move on
that
to
everyone
a whole
would
new question.
now would know, but at the time it was still a new thing. It's the circle of life. Caterpillars turned into all four. Which of these is not an artistic activity? Painting, sculpture, circus, sleeping. Okay, first off, arguably all of these could be artistic activities, honestly. I would assume they're going with sleeping,
It's
but...
D, I think. I'm choosing D.
Are you absolutely sure? Of course.
But I would make the argument that there are definitely like
I'm
performance
not
art where
star of the
sleeping is
family
like
when I go
a
back.
thing, so... Hey, this is Sparks, thank you
Ready
so
for
much.
this new question?
I honestly would be fun. We haven't had a trivia contest in our chat in a long time. Or you could do it, or you could actually do it on, because Odin did one of these a long time ago. He did one like on stream. You could do a stream of it, of Millionaire. Because I've thought about doing it. It's just a lot of work, but I would definitely participate. These guys would be laughed out of the Pokemon Sleep Championship. Oh, you got the one where the new emote. That's awesome. That one's funny. I like that one. The consuming one. What do you call a fear of spiders? Arachnophobia, spider phobia. I don't even know what arachnophobia. Definitely not. It's definitely arachnophobia.
I'm gonna say A.
And
I
what
mean,
will be
spider
your
phobia is not
final answer?
wrong, but
That'll be my final answer.
You got it right. Well done.
Oh, what a relief.
arachnophobia is the fear of dragons.
Let's go
in
for
Final
a whole new
Fantasy
question.
15. Who is Sirius Black to Harry Potter? His father, his uncle, his godfather, or his brother? This would actually be hard if you don't know Harry Potter, but I actually do know Harry Potter well enough.
It's C, right? Okay.
His grunkle. He's dead.
I know you
You're
were waiting
not
for me to
wrong.
ask you. So let's go. Is this your... You got to that threshold, so you are in good shape.
Imagine if Harry just had a brother. It's like, that would be insane based on like his backstory.
Our team of editors offers you a new
The
question.
boy who lived, and the brother who also just lived as well. Harry Potter. Harry Potter, the boy who was. What is the difference between a novel and a novella? The length, the language, the rhymes, the direction you read it. I would say the length, right? %% length.
Let's go with A.
You know what my next question is, right?
Novella is
this
usually
your
shorter.
final answer? You took your time, but you
I was
are
wondering
right.
if they were gonna like, it was gonna be like, oh, actually it's
With
language.
that,
but-
if I'm not the star of the family when I go back,
Novels are masculine and novellas are feminine.
The questions follow each other and are not alike. The proof with this new question.
I couldn't tell you what the actual cutoff is, but... Who are considered to be the inventors of cinema? The Macaron brothers, the Lumiere brothers,
come on,
the
Pablo, think. You
Kyo...
have to find the
I don't
right
know how
answer.
to pronounce that. Chiata sisters, or the Spielberg brothers? This is a pawn... It can't... Okay, here's the thing. It can't be Spielberg in theory, because I assume they're talking about, like, actually inventing cinema, but, like, it could be something if someone said, oh, Spielberg, and... But I don't even think he's a... Does he even have a brother? I would have think Macaron. But, I don't know. What do you guys think on this one? Or we could do it. We have Lifeline still. If they pulled any bullshit on that one, I would have written an angry letter to the devs. You have context. This is made by Ubisoft, or it's published by Ubisoft, PK. You would have the context to do so. Probably not, but... Spielberg only has sisters. Unless there's another Spielberg, but... It's Lumiere. That makes... that's... Like, I was thinking it was either Lumiere or Macaron. But Macaron, I feel like, I recognize the name for something else, though, other than cinema.
B for me.
They made the camera, okay.
You seem to be convinced.
They also
but
made the gray
is this
stuff.
your final answer?
It's delicious.
That's an answer I can get behind.
That just goes to show that my memory is still in good shape.
Okay. Let's see if we can actually get to the next checkpoint.
I hope
we
you
need
have
to get
recovered from your
manga.
emotions, because here is your new question.
Which of these singers was not a part of the Anglo-Irish group One Direction? Liam Payne, Harry Styles, Nathan Sykes, or Zayn Malik? I feel like Harry Styles is definitely in One Direction. I feel like I remember that. But beyond that... Sturm thinks C. Sneaky says Nathan. Okay, I'll trust. I don't actually like know beyond knowing that I think
no
Harry Styles is
doubt
in
about
it.
You had to make a choice. Is that your final answer?
Your sister likes this band. Okay.
Yes?
I'll trust your
That's my
sister.
final answer.
You have given your final answer. I hope it is the right one. You make it look easy. You got it.
I might have been Harry
One
Styles
more
who died,
right
actually.
answer. My goodness, what talent.
But I don't actually know. But I feel like I know the name Harry Styles, and I'm wondering if that's why I know it.
And
oh no, it was
here's
Liam.
a new
Okay.
question
Why do I
that
know the name
hope
Harry
won't
Styles?
worry
then?
you.
I know it for some reason. Maybe it was when I was doing Thrice. That might be playing that trivia game Thrice. How many players are needed for a game of handball? 12, 14, 16, or 18? I have not watched the Eternals. I don't know the answer to this one. Unless you guys know, I'm going to use a lifeline. I think Naran's probably left for the night, I imagine. I know he was busy this weekend, so. I'm glad he was able to stop in, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Okay, audience, this question is worth a good prize. Take a good look at it and vote now.
B. I mean, so far the audience
I
has
would
not
say
been
B.
wrong.
I have no doubt.
And what will be your final answer?
That'll be my final answer.
All right, let's find out the right answer together.
They were more split. That's true,
That is the right answer.
but still correct.
See?
Hope you guys are liking this so far.
Contestants always win the day.
But like, I'll definitely be switching to Mario Party because I don't think you can do this for like 4 or 5 hours.
Now let's go to the next question. If you
But I
don't
want to
mind.
get manga. What? What is a gorilla's diet? Carnivorous, herbivorous, omnivorous, salt-free? Salt-free? This is like mid... Why? This is like not supposed to be this high up. You know? It's definitely... I think it's either herbivore or omnivore. Because, I mean, we're omnivores, obviously. But, like, I'm not entirely positive on this one. So if anyone thinks otherwise, you think herbivore? Maybe we should use the 50-50 and see if we get lucky on that.
Okay, please take away 2 random wrong answers.
Oh my god! That doesn't help! I don't really want to use another one. Like, I would definitely buy herbivore, to be fair. Like, I'm not saying, oh, they definitely eat meat. I feel like herbivore, I could definitely buy it being correct. To be fair, I'm pretty sure banana is one of those. I mean, they probably do eat bananas, but I'm pretty sure banana is one of those things of like cartoons have influenced it. Because like not all rabbits eat carrots. That's actually rabbits in general don't really eat carrots. That's a Bugs Bunny thing. Or all mice eat cheese or stuff like that. Like. Well, just because we're derivative from monkeys doesn't mean that monkeys are also omnivores. Like and also it's specifically gorillas, not like all primates. I think I am gonna trust Pond on this. Yeah, that's the thing is they do. Bugs would be the thing, right? Because that would be. Or do I? Okay, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Do we trust Pond or do we do another lifeline as a safety? Because we're very close to getting to the next threshold. Sneaky is saying omnivore. What's your logic, Sneaky? Is your guess? Do you think they eat bugs? Yeah. What do we think? We got one for herbivore, one for omnivore for sure. I definitely am kind of convinced omnivore now with the bugs, because that's kind of leaning. You know what, though? We've been screwed before when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like it's possible it could be herbivore even if they do eat bugs with this game. So I'm thinking we do phone a friend.
You decide to
because we're right near the
lifeline,
threshold
allowing
here.
you to call a friend. Hope you will call the right person.
All right. Who do we like? Zelda kind of screwed us up. Who do you think of these would know about gorillas? Maybe Theo.
Good evening. You're
Others
live
love
on Who
biology.
Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh, good evening. How are you?
Very good. I'm in good company.
Why is he British?
But now we need your help.
Well, especially me in this instance. Listen up, Theo, because I'm really drawing a blank here.
From what I remember, I would say B. But honestly, my memory can fail me, okay?
Yeah, like it's his son and he's British. Why? Not that you can't develop an accent, but he said B. But we know that lifelines can be wrong. I guess, but she didn't really sound British either, to be fair, though. Well, she sounded not very good in general. Okay, I'm gonna say B.
Well, I'm gonna try B.
But
Final answer?
we'll see how this goes.
Oh,
His
yes,
voice is highly.
that's my final answer.
That's true.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the correct answer. The threshold has been reached. Congratulations.
So I don't know if they actually eat bugs or not, but that's what I was a little worried about. Is like they could eat bugs, but they might not be counting that as meat.
The game is getting tougher now. With
That's
this
what I was
brand
thinking
new
about.
question.
Is like I don't think the game might count that. In the sentence, "My shoe is purple." What part of speech is the word shoe? Verb, proper noun, adverb, noun. It would just be noun, right? Like I'm second guessing myself because this seems too easy. But it's just noun, right? This is a PK question also, or anyone, but like PK, I would hope you would know this. I would hope I would know this. Proper noun would be like a name. Verb would be like an action. Adverb is. It's not it's descriptor, is it? It's. Proper term would be subject. Well, Paul, you would know this too. But... Swimmingly,
D,
yeah.
I think. Well, actually, I'm sure of it.
Are you sure?
That'll be my final answer.
The choice is made. It's time to discover the right answer. Just own it. You got it.
If they try to convince me that shoe was a
And
proper
if
noun,
I'm not the star of the family when I go back.
you don't really need to bring up the sentence to ask if it's a
Concentrate.
noun, right?
Here's a new question
Yeah,
for
I mean,
you.
not really. In what year was the angle? Why do they love One Direction? There's some weird focus on these questions. Didn't we get this last night also? I'm pretty sure. When we were playing Jackbox? I'm pretty sure it's 2000. Or was it something? Maybe it wasn't. I think it was on Jackbox though, wasn't it? Or was it not One Direction? Maybe I'm just making this up. I could be making this up. Nina's sister. Otherwise, I'm going to switch the question. I feel like I remember this somewhere. I feel like I remember here something was telling me what what the year was. You said 2009. Is shoe went down immediately to what year did this ban from among 4 concurrent years? We are playing Time Jinx. My logic, 2010 has a 1 in it, and that's the direction. Alright, well, we're just switching the question, because I'm not risking this. I'm not risking getting further on this
By
question.
using the switch, you decide to be wise.
Okay, it was 2010.
Now let's go to
Good
the
job,
next
guys.
question, if
But
you don't
I
mind.
wasn't sure. What are prairie dogs? Rodents, felines, canines, or insects? You can't actually walk away, it looks like. That's not an option, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, there is. You can walk away. Okay, there is an option. Prairie dogs are 2 polygons. I would... Here's the thing, I would assume rodents, but am I crazy on that one? They're definitely not insects. I can never trust a question about bands forming because maybe they formed in 2008. Yeah. Like, I like, the only thing I think of is, like, there's some, like, kind of weird feline, maybe, but that doesn't really make sense. I'm pretty sure rodent. Does anyone disagree with me on that? Is Nina gonna come in here and be like, actually, they're insects? They're definitely rodents.
I'm going to
Okay.
pick A.
It's weird because I'm pretty sure these packs don't, like, they don't... This is a question that I feel like would show up in, like, earlier, and it feels like they don't have a good sorting algorithm for, like, difficulty, it feels like.
Final answer? You sure?
That's my final answer.
You have given your final answer. I hope it is the right one. Yes, you are right.
That's one of those
One
questions where
more
it's like, I
right
think
answer.
it's that, but
My
like,
goodness,
it's, you
what
gotta second
talent.
guess yourself, because it almost seems too easy. Alright,
The game
next
is off
up.
to a good start, but you shouldn't stop
Good start.
there. Here is a
We're
new
here at
question.
the end! What is a porcupine's diet? Omnivorous, herbivorous, carnivorous, or dairy-free? They love diets in this game. See, this is one where I feel like the bugs would be a thing, maybe, but I don't know. What's a hedgehog's diet? And don't tell me chili dogs. Damn it. Well, I have no lifelines at this point. I can either walk away and get some money, Because I can't imagine they're carnivorous, but I could also see them being omnivorous. Yeah, but we don't know if, like, that same logic applies to all questions. It could be they just are biased against gorillas. Well, I'm just saying, like, it's, you know. If freaking gorillas are rewarded them, then so is a porcupine. Alright, we'll say porcupine.
I would
but
say
if we
B.
lose,
I have no
you
doubt.
guys owe me $1 million.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
Oh, I
You
can't
pine.
wait to see the correct answer. That's the one.
Okay.
With that, if I'm not the star of the family when I go back.
Good job, guys. Alright, what do we got next?
You will be asked a new question now.
From what city does the band Imagine Dragons come? We're like looping between bands and diets. Los Angeles, New York,
John, Pablo,
London,
think.
Las
You have
Vegas.
to find the right answer.
I don't know. Unless anyone is confident, I'm walking away at this point because I actually have no idea. Are they a British band? That would be the only thing. Are they British? Pond is 75% sure it's Vegas. PK says it's Vegas. Sneaky says Imagine Dragon these. Would you bet your life on it, though? PK and Pond. Would you bet your life on it? That's the question. You used to play League of Legends. That game loves Imagine Dragons. Well, how's that? Does that mean you looked them up from that because of that game, or like what's the connection for it being Las Vegas, or for knowing it's Las Vegas? Oh, League of Legends takes place in Vegas. What? I'm assuming that's a joke. Isn't League of Legends have, like, goblins and stuff? Okay.
I would say
We'll
D,
go with you guys.
obviously.
Are you absolutely
I
sure?
don't think
Is
Vegas.
that
I
your
haven't been
final
to
answer?
Vegas, to be honest, so I guess I don't know for sure.
Yes, that's my final answer.
Okay, the computer validated your answer. That is
Alright,
the
nice
right
job.
answer.
Nice job, guys.
One more right answer. My goodness, what talent.
Last question.
The questions follow each other and are not alike. The proof with this new question.
As of 2020, what is the population of the United States? 130 million, 230 million, 330 million, 430 What diet do snakes have? I was waiting for that. Yeah, well, that's more PK and Pod if you're talking about Las Vegas Twitch, Nick. You know this one? Yeah, feel free. At this point, if anyone actually knows this, feel free. I would assume 430 million, but I honestly don't know because I was not paying attention. It's C, 330. All right. 99.9% sure it is 330. All right.
It's C, right? Okay, C.
Otherwise, I'm walking away, but I trust 3 people said C, so.
And what will be your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
Now it's time to find out the correct answer.
This music is so good.
You just won the million. Congratulations.
I'm a millionaire. We're a million. I'll be so happy if she's still there when you get back.
Wendy!
Congrats on winning $1 million real bucks.
Okay, so that's 1,000 for just getting the million. Man, you had to play this a bunch to get. So, okay, well, I'm trying to get, I want to get manga before we stop this. So, because where we at? We're definitely need to, like, basically win another game, basically. We should play Aquaman only. Yeah, manga is 2,000, so we basically would need to do another million or at least get enough to get 800. So we could either do another easy one, because that seemed to be easy, or we could do solo and then turn off some packs potentially. Bidding $1 million should give you a free. I don't even know what you get to buy these in general, honestly. I think having to buy the packs is stupid. We all want manga, so we can all complain about their manga questions. What do you guys think? Do you want to see another easy one just to get the 1,000? Or do we want to do another, or see if we can actually do normal? Yeah, comics, it's the packs that are on the base are DC Comics and General Culture and Olympics. But these ones you had to buy to have. You're saying normal, no Olympics. Because those are definitely, like, screwing me up. Who is the doctor of the Straw Hats? Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Sanji. Of those, Nami. Like, of those three, Nami, but that's just because Nami's the only one who's not an idiot of those three. Okay, without timer. Okay, so we can actually, so the general has other stuff. So we're gonna get rid of the Olympics. We already got rid of DC. Is there anything else I should get rid of for making this easier? I know sports is a rough spot for me, but some of you guys might know sports. You can't buy, like, so this wasn't in the shop. So Star Wars wasn't in the shop. I'm wondering if some of these are like, oh, so you can, so it's weird. Like, they weren't in the shop, but like you can definitely, looks like you can buy them here. Maybe you have to win an actual million legit. Yeah, Geography 1 with no, Geography 2. I could get rid of everything. I'm gonna get rid of sports just because I know that's my biggest weakness. So, without timer, hang on. Okay, so it does reset also. So DC Comics probably got turned back on, I bet, on one of those. All right, Pablo 1. We don't need Pablo again. Let's do. Here we can do Hang.
Ready for this new question?
This tongue. The Brooklyn Bridge is in which U.S. city? Chicago, San Francisco, New York, New Orleans. I'm pretty sure it's New York, but am I just wrong on that one? San Francisco is the Golden Gate Bridge. The city of Brooklyn. Well, it's Brooklyn, New York, so yeah, that's what I... Alright.
Okay, well the right answer is C.
Is that your final answer?
He is British.
Yep, that's my final answer.
The choice is made. It's time to discover the right answer. That is correct.
Oh, I just had to answer that question.
You
Let's
just
move
had
on
it.
to a
He
whole
did.
new question.
Which of these phrases commonly refers to an over-enthusiastic person? A. Avid rabbit. B. Eager beaver. C. Wakeful weasel. D. Ferret. Sturm, are you a wakeful weasel? We'll go with B. Eager
I'm going
beaver.
to choose B.
Not angry beaver.
You know what my
Though I
next
do like
question
angry
is,
beavers.
right? Is this your final answer?
Yes, you did have to. That's how this
That's
game
my
is
final
played.
answer.
You have made your choice. You pulled it off.
Obviously, that was the right answer.
This guy.
It's time to move on to a new
This
question.
guy's reactions are so dumb. Like, yes, obviously it was the right answer. You got it right. On TV, how were B. Arthur, Betty White, Rue McCallum, and Estella Getty collectively known? The Silver Sirens, the Brass Bells, the Golden Girls, or the Copper Cuties?
Okay, let's
Let's
go
be
for
C,
C.
the
Yeah,
Golden
let's
Girls.
go.
Is that your final?
Oh, yes,
The
that's my
Copper
final
Cuties.
answer.
I like the Silver Sirens. It's kind of
You
a
have given.
cool name.
That is the right
The
answer.
Silver Surfers.
Yeah, I'm amazing.
I think we all agree that we can move on to this new
Which
question.
of these fabrics is traditionally used for military uniforms? Tweed, suede, cashmere, or khaki? I would assume
I know
khaki,
the answer, of course.
but I don't know for sure, so I'm waiting to see what you guys say. We're working together. We're working to get manga. That's the goal here. We want manga. We need to get another $1 million. Manga costs $2 million, if you didn't know that. Tweed, Swede, Queed, Queed. Twitchnick says khaki. I'm liable to believe him, because I honestly don't see what other ones it would be. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll trust you on
D's
that.
good for me. That's the right one.
Plus, that's the, like,
You
it's
know
definitely
what
not
the next
tweed.
question is, right? Is this
Or
your
cashmere
final
was-
answer?
Cashmere is, like,
Yep.
usually used for, like,
That's my
really
final
fine
answer.
clothing.
That is correct.
And one more point for yours truly.
So let's move on to a whole new question.
What was the surname of the first father and son to hold office of U.S. president? Harrison, Adams, it's Adams, Madison, or Roosevelt? I'm pretty sure it's
sure.
because John Quincy Adams.
It's hard. I'd see B, no doubt.
You had to make a choice. Is that your final answer? You got there. Well done.
What form does the element neon take at room temperature? Liquid, non-metallic solid, gas, metallic solid. I would assume gas, right? Because neon lights and all that. I'm just waiting for a few more confirmations. Because now we're getting into, like, the real game, potentially. Neon white is solid game, so... I'll trust you, Sturm.
Well, the right answer is
Do you want me to take
C.
Nina's answer instead?
Sure?
That's my final answer.
I need to play that game. I need to get back to it.
If
I gotta
this is
finish,
your final answer, let's hope it's the
I was playing. I'm
correct
about
answer.
halfway through the, well, a little over halfway through the story mode for Rift and Necrodancer. So when I finish that, I've been working on Amio also.
Okay, well done.
I'm trying to catch up on my
Yet another
backlog
right
of games
answer
before
for
the
me.
Switch 2 is announced.
Now let's go to the next question, if you don't mind.
Neon, also known as the Noble Metallic Solid. Indiana shares its northern border with which other U.S. state? Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, or Pennsylvania? Well, not Pennsylvania. I think it's Michigan. Because all the other ones are right next, like... No, I'm 90%, 99% sure it's Michigan.
It's B.
Well, it's just like Pennsylvania is like south of me, so it's definitely not Pennsylvania. And Illinois and Ohio are like adjacent. So.
Is that your final answer? You pulled it off.
And one more point for yours truly.
I don't know how I
This
feel
new
about
question
Ping,
is
honestly.
now waiting for you to be answered with flying colors.
The names of how many U.S. states begin with the word new? 4, 5, 6, or 7? New York, New Hampshire. That's 2. New... Why am I... I'm not looking at the chat just yet. New... I mean, there's definitely more than 2 because it's on answer. Why am I not remembering any? New Mexico, that's 3. Nevada. I was like New Orleans, but that's not right, obviously. New Hampshire, New... There's New Mexico. What the heck is the other one that I'm forgetting? New Jersey. No, don't tell Nara. Don't tell Nara. No. Don't tell Nara. It's 4 then, right? I think.
A?
Darren's gonna
Yeah,
hate
let's
me.
go for A.
You had to make a choice. Is that your final answer?
That's
Blue,
my final
yeah.
answer.
You make it look easy. You got it.
Yeah, it was states,
Oh,
not
I just
cities.
had to answer that question.
That would be insane, because I'm sure there's a ton of cities.
You will be asked a new question now.
The Simpsons cartoon started life as a short... I actually know this. As short segments within which TV show? The Drew Carey Show, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, The Tracy Ullman Show, or The Dick Van Dyke Show? The answer is C, Tracy Ullman.
Okay, let's go for C. Yeah, let's go.
Is that your final answer?
Like, I feel
my
like this is
final
common
answer.
knowledge, but maybe it's not. I don't know.
Now it's time to find out the correct answer.
I think this is the only reason anyone would know about Tracy Ullman now.
You got it.
It's just that it was the
Okay,
birthplace
well
for
done.
Simpsons.
Yet another right answer for me.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Tracy Ullman except the Simpsons.
This new question is now waiting for you to be answered with flying colors.
What is the meaning of the word austral? Southern, opposite, upside down, round the back.
Well, now.
Oh. I don't know. I'm liable to ask the audience on this one. I mean, see, this almost the way the questions are worded makes it seem like it's should be an easier question. Like round the back is just joking, but I feel like it might be round the back. Well, yeah, Australia, but all of, like it could just be southern. But Australia is also upside down. Would you stake your life on that, PK? Because otherwise I'll use a lifeline, but... I mean, Southern makes sense. It seems like the most obvious one. You would stake your life on it. Alright, PK.
I'm going to say A.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes. That's my final answer.
You have given your final answer. Now is the time to see the right one. Well, you just got to that important
Alright,
threshold.
PK gets to live.
The questions follow each other and are not alike. The proof with this new question.
Which typeface takes its name from the Latin name for Switzerland? Garmond, Helvetica, Lucida, or Baskerville? Well, this is another vocab question. Oh, he got it right. Puts katana away disappointingly. Lucida is Crom's daughter. This would be entirely a guess of Helvetica, but I have no logic for that one. PK, do you know another Latin question? But I will also just definitely use a lifeline if no one is positive, because even like I think it's B also, but I don't really have any logic for it beyond just it seems right. It's B. Would you stake your life on it? I'm trusting you for Latin. PK is the Latin expert. Are you positive, PK? Is that your final answer? A and D or D? Yeah, well, Baskerville is absolutely not a Latin word. Lucida might be. 100%.
B.
Okay.
No doubt.
Final
All right,
answer?
Nina. He's staking his life on it.
That's my final answer.
You have made your choice. You pulled it off.
Yeah! I'm amazing.
All right, we're getting close to a million.
And here's a new question that I hope won't worry you.
How is Count Laszlo Almsey known in the title of a film? Dr. Zhivago, Dr. Faustus, The English Patient, Dr. No. Oh, yeah. Is the Isle of Dr. Zhivago a thing? It could be Dr. No, but I don't know Bond enough to honestly know this one. This would be a pawn question, but I definitely have lifelines to spare at this point. At first I thought it was going to be a Breaking Bad question. It's not B or D. Is Dr. Faustus also Bond, or... This is obviously Bond. I would think Zhivago, but like there's no lot, like it's just I just know the name Zhivago is all. Here's the question. Do we do 50-50, do you think, or do we do ask the audience? Well, here's the thing. If you're positive it's not B or D, then 50-50 might not be a bad idea. We just have to knock it A and C.
Okay, let's take away 2 incorrect answers.
Okay, well then, if you're sure it's not B, then it's gotta be The English Patient then. Like, who is Dr. Faustus? Do you know who that is? How did Heisenberg break his bad? I don't think people who've watched the show know the answer to that one. Who's Zhivago or the English patient? Oh, Faustus. You're right. Dr. No and Dr. Faustus are their names. Right, I get that logic, but that doesn't mean he couldn't be going by another name. Like, if you're saying it can't be those because it would be the last name, but like, for all I know, he just changed his name. I could see the game pulling this. I'm gonna just play it safe here.
Okay, audience, big one here. Pick up those keypads.
Like, we've been burned on
and
this
enter
game
your votes
before.
now.
Okay, well, they're saying C. We'll go with C. I just want, like...
Okay. Well, the right answer is...
The game screwed us on liver before.
Are you absolutely sure? Is that
Or
your
liver and
final answer?
kidneys.
Oh. Yes. That's my final answer.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the correct answer. That's what we were looking for. That's right.
We probably didn't need to use 2 lifelines for that,
Obviously,
but I just
that was
wasn't
the right
positive.
answer.
Now let's go to the next question, if you don't mind.
What phrase were Siskel and Ebert known for? That's hot. Good night, friends. 2 thumbs up. Or come on down. Pretty sure it is 2 thumbs up. It's obviously not come on down. That's Bob Barker. Is he did die finally, right? Or is he still alive? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2 thumbs up. Bob Barker. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I knew it was somewhat recently, at least. I don't even really need to confirm this with Pawn, because I'm pretty sure it's 2 thumbs up.
Okay. Let's go for C. Yeah, let's go.
And what will be your final answer?
Yep. That's my final answer.
Oh, I can't wait to see the correct answer. Just own it. You got it.
That's hot. It's such a
Okay, well
generic
done. Yeah, it's
sentence
another
also.
right answer for me.
This new question is now waiting for you to be answered with flying colors.
Which of these is the longest period of geological time? Era, epoch, eon, epic. I don't think epic is even a period of time, to be honest. But I could be wrong on that one. I mean, epoch is the time machine, but it also is... I don't actually know this off the top of my head. It's either epoch or eon, I think, though. I feel like era is fairly short. Epoch is relative. Epoch sounds big, at least, but... Everyone else is saying eon. I'm fine with going with eon.
Okay. Well, the right answer is C.
So this is your final answer?
That's my final answer.
You have given your final answer. I
I probably
hope it
should
is
have
the
used
right
safety,
one.
but I feel like it is eon. I think you guys are right.
Yes, absolutely.
I feel like epoch is one of those
Obviously,
words
that
that
was the
sounds
right
big,
answer.
and then, like Pawn said, is actually smaller than you think it would be. Alright, the last question is in captivity.
At the
This
pace
is
you're
for all the
going, you're
manga.
going to make short work of this new question.
Which extinct creature was also known as Thalassian? Moa, ground sloth, mastodon, or Tasmanian wolf? You can use epoch metaphorically to mean like a new chapter in your life, whereas if you say something took eons, you know, yeah. An era is like used like for like the whatever era. So I know era is not that big. I have no idea on this one. I do have lifelines. I have 2 lifelines. Okay, Twitch Nick says Tasmanian Wolf. Lassian sounds wolfish. Yes, that's fair. But would you stake your life on it? Because I also I can switch the question and then I can phone a friend though. So I do have, like, if we're not positive, we can switch. We have options. You would eat a steak. I would lose lifeline. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Just because, like, so we'll switch the question to start with, because, like, there's no reason to use the phone a friend if you're going to also switch the question. So
It's time to use the switch and change the current question.
okay, you guys were right. So and that makes your logic is sound there. But I was just like, I almost have manga. Like, I didn't want to risk it if you weren't positive.
Now let's go to the next question, if you don't mind.
Oh God, I should have went with the wolf. In 1985, Clive Pointing was charged with leaking details of the sinking of the Belgrano to whom? Dennis Skinner, Tam Dale, Mackenzie Campbell, or George Galloway? I don't... You heard about this recently? We should cheat for the good of manga. Honestly, you know, actually fair. I'm honestly not against doing this, like, because we don't really want to go through a whole new thing. But we'll at least see what Zelda has to say.
We are never.
She was alive back then, right?
By our friends. You choose to call one, and we will.
Oh,
have
I thought it
them
was
on
in
the phone
1885.
right now.
Zelda died! Oh wait, no, right, we're not. Oh, sorry, we're not playing as. We're not playing as Pablo. At first, I was like, Zelda's dead. I'm like, oh no, wait, we just don't. She's just not here. We'll go with Vincent, I guess.
Yes, hello. What's this for?
Vincent, it's Hang. I'm calling you for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's not about a client.
Awesome, Hang. I'll do my best to help you. What a conundrum. C, maybe, but I'm not sure at all.
I don't trust this guy. He said he's not sure at all. I know they say the same thing no matter what, but Twitch Nick, what were you thinking before we looked this up? Because I think we are going to cheat for the good of manga. Because everyone here wants the audience is demanding manga. You're saying Tam Dale. I'm going to use my 5th secret lifeline, the Sneaky Scarab Wikipedia lifeline. Bring Sneaky. It was dead. Okay, so Twitch Nick was right and frickin' Vincent was wrong. Alright.
I'm going to choose B.
You know what my next question is, right? Is this your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Make activated stand-up power.
You have given your final
I
answer.
should watch
Now is the time to
JoJo.
see the right one. It's a great victory for an exceptional contestant. You won the million. Well done.
Alright, so we're gonna do manga, and then after I do manga, we'll do Mario Party. I can't, like you basically have to, like, imagine in real life, like, you have to win Millionaire multiple times in order to get these packs. Like, Millionaires winning the game is supposed to be like a really big feat. Alright. got manga. I had a gut feeling the phone and the lifeline would be useless. I was kind of thinking that. And I had no way to, like, confirm it because I didn't have any clue on that question, but... Alright, so we are turning off everything but manga. Okay, I got everything right, yeah. Okay, so this should be only manga. Alright. He likes art. He likes ancient art. So I will try to answer these myself first, but like I'm okay with you guys also chiming in after I give the prompt at least. I think summer still at work. I went a little bit longer on this, but that's because I was trying to get manga. But I think after this we will definitely move on to Mario Party Jamboree. Which, Sneaky, if you want to get ready, if you're okay with making a poll for boards for that.
The show that fills up
or at least
your bank account.
You don't do it right this second, obviously, but like when you get a chance. Because I'm going to take a break regardless. In the
Good evening,
manga.
everyone. I'm delighted to be here with you.
Let's put that money in the bank. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Now, I don't know if it's also anime
15
or if it's
questions
just
to
manga.
reach the million.
But like most
Climb
manga
this money
also
ladder
like is
together,
anime, so
step by step.
I've been on an anime guessing
Four
kick
lifelines
lately.
at your disposal.
And by this
Phone
I
a
mean
friend. The
we've been doing
50-50.
like guessing the
Ask
openings
the
and
audience
stuff.
and switch the question.
And there's an anime guesser thing that we've been doing as a group lately.
And let's go
For
for
mixed
a whole new
results.
question.
I'm wondering that like the anime I like are all really old. What is the competitive game in the center of Hikaru no Go manga series? I would assume Go, but okay, I would assume Go.
I'm choosing D.
I'm not even gonna double check with you guys. I'm gonna
You
guess
know what my
Go.
next question is, right? Is this your final answer?
That'll be my final answer.
Okay, the computer validated your answer. That's the one.
That was the right
possibly.
answer? Awesome!
Let's go for this new eliminatory question.
Who is Doraemon, the character from the eponymous series by Fujiko Fujio? A cat robot, a dog robot, a human robot, a dinosaur robot. Pretty sure it's a cat, right? Nah, well, no. Well, I know who Doraemon is. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be a cat, though.
I'm going to pick A.
Yeah, blue, and it's got whiskers and stuff.
You seem to be convinced, but is this your final answer?
Oh, yes, that's
Oh,
my
for your
final
Japanese.
answer.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's find out
Nina
the right
might
answer
know, but
together.
I don't know if that's... I don't want to put her on the spot on that one.
You took your time, but you are right.
One right answer found easily, or almost.
But I feel like that word is.
It's time
light,
to
'cause
move on to a
there's-
new question.
Isn't like light or no? Is Light Yagami just called Light in the actual manga for that? Akira Toriyama gave names inspired from produce to the Saiyans of his Dragon Ball universe. From what are the names of the Namekians? What do I mean, Namekians inspired? Fruits, snails, caterpillars, or frogs? Well, because Piccolo's Piccolo is not correct on that one. Nail, Dende, Guru. It's not fruits, obviously. Well, I don't think it's fruits. I would think either frogs or... I actually don't know this one. Those are only the named... What other named Namecs are there? There's Elder... What the is the Elder that after Guru? It's Elder... Is there the nail snail? Well, Kami doesn't count. Kami doesn't count, and Piccolo doesn't count because that's the demons are all instruments, and then they made the Namex later, even though he wasn't Namekian. Oh, it's his go. Okay. Light is Hikari. Hikaru is just name. Tambourine is my favorite fruit. Those aren't Namekians though. All right, we're gonna do the ask the audience.
It's now up to the audience to choose what they think is the right answer.
I think it's I think it's snails or frogs. I'm leaning snails, but okay. The audience thinks it's snails. I don't know enough about snails to tell you what type of snails they are.
I know you are waiting for me to ask you. So let's go. Is this your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Oh, that's the one.
Oh, that's perfect.
So let's move on to a whole
There's
new
not
question.
a ton of named Namekians, honestly. In Death Note, who is Ryuk? Ryuk. A demon from hell, an evil spirit, a god of death, a wild cat. I'm pretty sure he's a god of death, right? But if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me on this one. Sturm does know this one. Gods of death love apples. Lord Slug. Okay, you know what? Fair. There is Lord Slug. That would be a snake.
I'm choosing
I should have
C.
thought about Lord Slug, actually. That would have made it a lot easier of a guess.
Final answer? You sure?
He's a Shikigami.
That'll be my final answer.
I'm just thinking of that Columbo
You have
parody
given
video
your
right
final
now.
answer. Now is the time to see the right one.
My wife's talked about those.
Well done. You got it.
One right answer found easily. Or almost.
Here's a new question for you.
Alright, in Fruits Basket, what animal does Kyo turn into? A rat, a cat, a dog, or a boar? This is a summer question. Or Zany, if Zany's here. Zany, you might know Fruits Basket. Oh, you're watching it right now? Is it cat? Because I was thinking cat. It's not snail. So, actual question, Sneaky. Is Fruit Basket a anime I would actually enjoy? Like, you know my taste. I kind of like in between you and Sturm on, like, I like to, devil in both of yours. You're like, you know, I like the heavy action, but I also like the slice of life comedy stuff. Is it something that I would enjoy, you think? You think so? Okay. I've considered it before. Alright.
I'm choosing B.
They're based on the
So let's
Zodiac,
go.
right?
Is
I think.
this your final answer?
That's my final answer.
I've not watched Vinland Saga, no.
All right.
I'm
let's
currently
find out
into the
right
thick of
answer
One
together.
Piece right now. I'm into the Water
Now you
7
are
arc.
up to the threshold. Well done.
But, like, that doesn't mean I can't take breaks to watch shorter anime that aren't One Piece. Is One Piece pretty long, if you
Our
didn't
team
know
of
that.
editors offers you a new question.
In the manga Basilisk, what is Akagenu's... Akagnu... That's a weird one to pronounce. Because of the G. She can summon butterflies, she can control her blood and make it come out of her body. She has poison breath. Her stare cancels out the skills of the other ninjas. I have never heard of this one, no. I'm going to assume nobody else has, but... He doesn't seem very useful. We can all make our blood come out. Based on the title, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Based on the title, I was thinking C or D. I'm just going to switch the question, I think.
By using the switch, you
So this
decide
is
to
actually
be
good.
right.
This is actual anime stuff. This is fun. No, it was B. I would not have
Ready
guessed
for
that
this new
one.
question.
In what year was the manga Black Butler first serialized? 1986, 1996, 2006, or 2016? Well, it's not 2016 because the Black Butler anime came out way before 2016. And I think the anime was around like 2000, late 2000s, so... like, I don't... okay, well, it's not 1986 either. That's way too early. So it's either 1996 or 2006. Yeah, that's what I was kind of leaning towards, Sneaky. Is that 1996? But, like, I guess how long, like, technically a manga could come out and an anime could come out not that long after, though. Yeah. We could do 50-50.
Okay, please take away 2
Okay, so that's 2006. Yeah, I'm. That's what I was thinking. Is there might be a quick turnaround.
I'm gonna try C.
But your logic was.
Are you sure?
I had the same thought.
That's my final answer.
There's no way it's 1986. I can't imagine.
Now it's time to find out the correct answer.
But I agree with Pong because I watched a little bit of Black Butler,
One
and I can tell you I don't like
me.
Black Butler. I didn't enjoy it, but it definitely does have mid-2000s vibes.
Are you ready to face the traps of this next question? Good luck to you.
Which of these works was not allowed to be officially adapted into a video game? Blackjack, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Initial D, or Hajime no Ippo? I don't know. I would guess this one. Well, it's not C because that's a video game. I would guess That Time I Got Reincarnated in a Slime, but I don't know what the logic is for that. Like games with slimes, or specifically games about that slime? Hajime no Ippo has a game. It's called Punch Out. The only thing I think of Blackjack is maybe because there's an actual video game Blackjack and there was like a rights issue, maybe. We're gonna try
I
Footing
hope
Friend.
you're not going to lose a friendship tonight. Fingers crossed.
If we get cut off early, we will definitely do one more round of manga because this is I like the manga, and then we'll move on to Mario Party. Nower? Bauer? Sure, Aunt. Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like Peter would probably know.
Hello?
Yes, Peter. It's George. As expected, I need your help for a question.
Awesome. I'm on television. Okay, let's go. Gonna do my best. You can count on me. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's A. And since I never make a mistake...
That's a whole trope. Childhood friend is like a specific trope. Like, wouldn't you denote Sturm as childhood friend versus friend? You can hear it in his voice. He did say A.
We're going to say A, okay?
I'm curious if someone wants to look up if this is right, what the reasoning was. I assume it's because
Your
Blackjack's an
final
actual
answer.
game.
Oh, yes, that's my final answer.
Okay, checks out.
If this is your final answer,
Look,
let's
childhood
hope
friends
it's the
do have
correct
like a little
answer.
bit of a more bond. It's like, you know, it's like twins versus regular brothers.
Time, but
Like,
you are right.
like I have
That was the
five,
right
four,
answer?
four brothers.
Awesome.
2 of them are twins. The twins are going to be closer to each other versus any of the other brothers.
You will be asked a new question now.
What is the name of Chelsea's imperial weapon in Akame ga Kill? Incursio, Suzunu, Gaia Foundation,
Well, now.
Lionel. I do not know. I don't even know what this is. Childhood friends to rivals to enemies to lovers. Susano says wild and fear and forever free. The only man in May with kill I know is Kill la Kill, yeah. Does anyone... Hey, chat, does anyone know the answer? Otherwise, we will probably do one more round of manga. Nope. Blind guess is B. I guess D, but I have no idea.
I'm
Let's just
certain
do
that it's
and
B.
see how this goes.
Are you sure?
That'll be my final answer.
All right, let's find out the right answer together. That is not the answer.
See, I was thinking it was that because that one seemed
Dumb
the
mistake on
the
my
weirdest.
part. Really?
You are
That
leading
seemed
with
the
your
weirdest
guaranteed
one.
Cash prize. You played.
But I definitely wouldn't have guessed it. All right, we're gonna do one more go through manga because you guys love manga. Don't tell Summer we were doing manga without her. We'll bring. You can go back in. You didn't win yet. So.
Let's go for this new eliminatory question.
How is manga read traditionally? From right to left, from left to right, from bottom to top, diagonally. Right to left, I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to pick A.
You seem to be
north to
convinced,
south.
but is this your final answer? Well done.
You hold it in your hands.
That was the right answer? Awesome!
Our team of editors offers you a new question.
What gave Monkey D. Luffy his rubber powers, term? A dragon fruit. B, a passion fruit. C, a gum fruit. D, a strawberry. I mean, this is also really easy, but...
C. That's the right choice.
Yo, we ate a
Final?
gum.
That'll be my final answer.
Of course.
One right answer found easily. Or almost.
Also, one of those was not a real-life fruit, by the way.
Here's a new question for
It's
you.
Monkey D. Luffy. He took eat a bunny peanut and strawberry. Who is the main character of Hikaru no Go? I wonder. Hikaru Shindo, Sai Fujiwara, Akira Fujisaki, and Akira Toya. Am I doing better with pronunciations, by the way? I think I am.
We're
They love
going to
this
say
manga.
A. Okay?
This is the Aquaman of manga.
You seem to be convinced, but is this your final answer?
That's
It's
my
his
final
go.
answer.
Well done. You got it.
That was the right answer? Awesome!
Are you ready for this new question?
In what year do the events take place in the manga Legend of the Galactic Heroes? I've heard of this. In 1586, in 2586, and 3596.
Come on, George.
In
Focus.
4586. I don't know. Does anyone have any idea? Like, I've heard of this manga before. I could not tell you anything about it. Sounds like a knockoff Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know. I have no clue on that. Alright, we're gonna
Okay,
use
audience, fingers on your keypads. Let's help our contestant. All vote now.
C. I figure it's not 1586, but
I'm gonna try C.
Yes, absolutely. I think we all agree that we can move on to this.
what is
new
the name of
question.
the animated adaptation that returns to the original plot of the manga Full Metal Alchemist? Full Metal Alchemist, Full Metal Alchemist Conqueror of Shambhala, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, or Full Metal Alchemist Dual Sympathy?
Oh,
It is Full Metal, you're right. So it's definitely Brotherhood, but like, so this is ridiculous because it's just the original again. Full Metal Alchemist, Full Metal Alchemist. Conquerors of Shambhala is the movie for the original that like concludes the story. I don't know if Dual Sympathy is like a game or just a made-up title, but it's definitely
C.
Brotherhood.
That's the right choice.
Is that your final answer?
Oh.
I have
Yes,
I have a
that's
Full
my
Metal Alchemist
final
game on the
answer.
PlayStation. It's not Dual Sympathy though.
You took a shot, and now you can't lose your money.
Dual Sympathy is the Ace Attorney.
New question coming up. Good luck to you.
Who is the main character of the manga Black Butler? Hannah Anna Fellows, Claude Faustus, Docel Kynes, or Earl Ciel Phantom Hive? I think it's this. Because that name sounds familiar. But like, are they? There's the kid, and then there's the butler, who's like a demon. Because Ciel Phantom Hive sounds familiar, but I don't. I only watched it once, so I don't like. Ciel is the main character. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I remember the name Ciel. I trust my like
I'm
barely
choosing D.
glimpsed knowledge of Black Butler. If I'm wrong, we'll do
Final
another
answer?
go because
You sure?
that's my fault.
Yes, that's my final answer.
Okay, the computer validated your answer. Well done. You got it.
I trust Mega from
One more right
however long
answer for
ago.
me.
As said, man, yeah, I do remember you saying that too, but I also recognize that name like
At the
from
pace
watching
you're going to
briefly.
make short work of this new
In the
question.
manga Monster, what is the name of Kenzo Tenma's fiance? Cynthia Heinemann, Anna Heinemann, Lise Heinemann, Eva Heinemann. Manga Monster. Does anyone have any idea? Otherwise, we will just either skip this question or probably just skip because I have no clue on this one. Heinzman heir to ketchup. Look, actual thing though, if you're gonna have ketchup, it has to be Heinz, right? Like all other ketchup is bad. It's just only like there's only one. Everyone talks about like off-brand is usually better, or like okay, like Copper Bowl to like the store or to the actual name brand. But when it comes to ketchup, Heinz is always better. Isn't Ann Heinemann? True, Sneaky. We're gonna skip this question.
The question does not inspire you, and that is why you choose to use your Switch Lifeline. Well done.
It was Eva. I would not have. I don't know anything about Monster.
Will
honestly.
you be able to answer this new question as well?
In Tokyo Ghoul, what is the only substance the ghouls can feed on besides human flesh? Coffee, chocolate, milk, honey. Any Tokyo Ghoul fans in chat? This one I know, like I've heard of this one too, but it's do you actually know this, Pawn? You watched the first season, okay?
I'm choosing A.
You know what my next
Was it
question
good?
is, right? Is this your final answer?
Isn't that the guy from Halloween?
That's my final answer.
Or no, Friday the 13th.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the
Didn't he
correct
fight Freddy?
answer. Yes, you are right.
One right answer found easily. Or almost.
And here's a new question that I hope won't worry you.
What is Gon Freaks' father's name in the manga Hunter x Hunter? Ging, Gong, Mito, or Mita? I'm pretty sure isn't Mito his aunt, but it's Ging.
I'm going to pick A.
Leorio. It is a stupid name.
Final answer? You sure?
Yes, that's my final answer.
Is Tokyo Ghoul good?
You have given your final answer. I hope it is the right one. Just own it. You got it.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That was the right answer? Awesome!
Or literally anyone but Ging, actually, is the right answer for that.
Will you be able to answer this new question as well?
Which of these techniques does not belong to Ippo from the manga Hajime no Ippo? Liver blow, ultimate punch, double punch, Tekken.
Let me think.
Uppo. I don't know. Look, you joke, but it could actually be... Tekken could be a technique, honestly. Does anyone actually know Hajime no Ippo? Before I go to my lifelines. It's his Hippo. What does Hippo mean? I just know the gift of them at karaoke. Alright, we're gonna...
I hope you're not going to lose a friendship tonight. Fingers crossed.
Alright, well Peter, we know Peter loves anime.
Hello?
Yes, Peter. It's George. As expected, I need your help for a question.
Awesome. I'm on television. Okay, let's go. Gonna do my best. You can count on me. Hey, you should try C. I think it's the right one.
Do we trust Peter on this one? PK said he's pretty sure it is B. He didn't sound certain. We could also use 50-50. Why do you make it sound like a pig at the end of the call?
Okay, please take away 2 random wrong answers.
Alright, so then we're definitely going to go with
I'm
that.
gonna try C.
Is that your final answer?
It's Tekken.
That's my final answer.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the correct answer. You make it.
He loves anime. He loves anime.
And there we have it.
The game is off to a good start, but you shouldn't stop there.
In what
Here
magazine
is a new
was the
question.
manga Akira serialized in Japan in December 1982? The big O. Shonen Gangan, Young Animal, Weekly Shonen Jump, and Young Magazine. I'm not convinced it's Weekly Shonen Jump, but that's the only one I recognize. What do you guys... We don't have any lifelines here, so... What are we thinking here? The thing with Akira is, isn't Akira just a movie? So, like, how weekly would it have been in manga form? Well, is Young Animal and Young Magazine even things, though? I don't actually know. Like, I only hear about Jump. Like, you hear about Jump all the time, or Famitsu. But you don't really hear about, I don't really know what other magazines they have in Japan, honestly, so... Young Magazine exists. Anyone else have any thoughts? Shonen... See, okay, what is... Shonen... What does Gangan mean? Your gut is saying D also, Twitch Nick. I don't think it's Jump. I could be wrong on that. I don't think it's Jump, because I feel like it's not a long-running... It wouldn't have been long-running regardless. What is Young Magazine about, out of curiosity? Hi, Summer. Akira is not a shonen anime. Well, doesn't shonen just mean boys, though?
No more hesitating. I'm gonna say D.
Summer, you missed anime. You missed Fruits Basket.
Final answer? You sure?
That's my final answer.
I assume animal would be animals.
Okay, the computer validated your answer. Well done.
Alright, good job,
Now,
guys.
the good news is that you can't lose anything.
I don't know what Shonen Gangan would be about, but it would still be Shonen, though.
Now let's go to the next question. If
That's
you
a
don't
good.
mind.
That was a good job. Who is the artist of The Promised Neverland? Kiyoshi Shiari, Ryohei Tamuru, Yoshihiro Togashi, or Pozuka Demizu? Isn't Togashi is... I recognize the name Togashi. Though it could be a different Togashi. It's fine. Sneaky got the correct answer for that one. I don't even... Again, this is one I've heard of, but that's it. I just know the name. I just know it exists. Oh. Yeah, we have no more lifelines. That's what I was thinking. Because I'm like, I definitely know Togashi, and that's someone who does something, like, well-known. Yeah. I'm gonna say we're just gonna guess on this one, but does anyone have any... I was gonna think Tamura, but that's just literally just random guessing at this point. This would be like, do you know any of the other ones who, like, what they work on? You think it's... Yeah, it definitely wasn't Togashi. I'm kind of thinking I want to do one more anime still, because I kind of am liking guessing anime. And then we'll do Mario Party, I promise. Maybe not a long game of Mario Party.
I think
Okay, I'm
that
gonna
the
guess
right
tomorrow.
answer is B.
Is that your final answer?
Oh, yes.
Entirely
That's
random
my
guessing.
final answer.
I have no idea on this one.
Now it's time to find out the correct answer. That is not the answer.
I knew it. I shouldn't have.
We are getting more neurons, though, at least. Pozuka. Alright, we're gonna do one more. Last one for reals. We'll do one more. The summer's maybe here. And we're gonna keep manga, because I'm liking the manga. Uno mas. Yeah, extra neurons is always good. Yeah, no, this is fun. We're doing one more though, Stern. One more, like just one tiny more manga. Just one little bit of manga. Just one more helping of manga.
Let's go for a whole new
And then I'll take a break and we'll do a probably shorter game of Mario Party. What is the name of the manga written and drawn by Hiro Mashima that takes place in the Kingdom of Fiore? Naruto, Bleach, Fairy Tail, Eye Shield 21. Probably Fairy Tail, right? Naruto doesn't have kingdoms. And these are both like ninjas, right? It's gotta be Fairy Tail.
I'm gonna try C.
Final?
Yes, that's my final answer.
All right, let's find out the right answer together. Well done.
So this
You
game
got
isn't
it.
that bad, honestly. There's probably a little bit of
One
jink with the
more right
questions, but I
answer
think
for
it's still
me.
a fun time, honestly.
So let's move on to a whole new question.
Which of these characters actually exist? Which of these characters actually exist in JoJo Bizarre Adventure? Jean Louis Halliday, Jean Michael Mitchell, Jean Pierre Polnareff, and Jean Luc Lama. I mean, this is the $200 question, to be fair. I don't know what it is, though, to be fair. I have no clue. I didn't know if they took place in a fictional place or if they took place in Japan. Polnareff? Okay.
C. That's the
Why
right
do they say
choice.
actually exist, though? Do, like, the other ones, like, are they, like, in the show but not existing? Or...
You know what my next question is, right? Is this your final answer?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like, you have to
That's
be into
my
the
final
Millionaire
answer.
atmosphere, I feel like. Though, I don't know,
You
I've
have
heard
given your
Jeopardy.
final
Like, I thought
answer.
about Jeopardy.
Now
I've heard
is
the
the
Jeopardy
time to
game
see
is
the
not
right
that
one.
good because it's all multiple choice.
That is
And so when you
correct.
play Jeopardy, you don't want it to be multiple choice.
And there we have it.
Our team of editors offers you a new question.
In Saint Seiya, from what constellation is Shun's character the Bronze Knight? Cygnus, Phoenix, Dragon, or Andromeda? I don't know. I don't even know what Saint Seiya is about. Summer, do you know the answer? Otherwise, I'll just lifeline. Saint Seiya is even older than me. Yeah, the Switch PS4 and Jeopardy game, yeah. Older Jeopardies are better. Like, I have N64 Jeopardy, and that one's not bad. This one I don't know. Okay, we're gonna just switch question.
The Switch is made for these kinds of questions. Let's change the question.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known.
Trust yourself and your acquaintances. For
In the
this
manga
new question.
Berserk, what band did Griffith found? The Band of the Eagle, the Band of the Hawk, the Band of the Vulture, the Band of the Bird. Yeah, I figured PK would know this. Berserk. The one on the Wii. Technically, the game also had multiple choice, but yeah, okay, that's cool. Yeah, it also would be the more recent one because like the older Jeopardies, you're doing pop culture from like the 80s and 90s. granted, you'd still, like, granted, the Wii is also, like, almost 20 years old at this point, so... PK is saying Hawk, so...
I'm choosing B.
A or D for the start question. Andromeda made sense, but I didn't want to risk it.
You had to make a choice. That's the one.
Oh, that's perfect.
I think we all agree that we can move on to this.
Who
new
is the
question.
rival of Mashiro and Tagaki in Bakuman? Iji, Kaya, Miho, or Takuro?
Well, now.
Bakugo, man. Would you stake your life on it, Summer? I don't even know what Bakuman's about. Yes.
I'm
all
going to
Summer's
pick
life
A.
is up
So
for grabs.
this is
Not the
your
right
final answer?
phrase. Summer's life is on the line.
That's my final answer.
It's about manga. Well, most
Now
manga
it's
is about
time
manga.
to find out the correct answer.
I think you're right though.
Yes,
I've seen it in the
absolutely.
anime guessing where it's like they're making
One
manga.
more right answer for me.
How do you get rivals in manga?
New question coming up. Good luck to you.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing with this is too is like a lot of these game shows like I know this game has been existing since past Regis, but like for me, Regis is like same with Jeopardy. Alex Trebek is Jeopardy, so it's like some of the games like the personalities make half the game. What is Urza's last name in Fairy Tale? Heartfilia, Scarlet, Dragonair, or Full Buster? Full Buster Alchemist. B and C are the girlfriends of the two in question. I'm fairly sure D was. So you're saying it's A? I feel like it. But Sturm is saying B. Okay, no one is giving me a right answer on this one. We're just asking the audience here.
Okay, guys, this is an important question. If you would pick up those keypads and enter your votes now.
All right, PK was right.
I'm certain that
Look,
it's
PK,
B.
I was getting mixed answers from people on this
Are
one.
you absolutely sure? Is that your final answer?
Listen
That'll
to
be my
Sturm
final
about
answer.
Fairy Tale. Me and PK. Well, I
Okay,
blame
the
Summer for
computer
confusing me.
validated your answer. This money is safe now, thanks to the threshold.
I was busy talking about Wheel of Fortune.
So
I
let's
don't
move
hate
on to
you.
a whole new question.
From what work does Sphinx, a member of the Phantom Troop, come? I know the answer. A. Bleach. B. Hunter x Hunter. C. Full Metal Alchemist. D. Yokai Watch. I mean, that isn't it. It's not really manga. It's an anime. Maybe they made a manga. This is B. Hunter x Hunter.
I'm choosing B.
The best part of the show, by the way, the York New City arc.
Is that your final answer?
It's not Yokai Watch.
That's my final answer.
The choice is made. Just own it. You got it.
It's been 3 hours of Millionaire, by the way.
Oh, that's perfect.
You will be asked a
Hakusho,
new question now.
What is the name of the 13th constellation of the 13th gold cloth that appears in Saint Seiya the Next Dimension? They love Saint Seiya. Orpheus, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius. I don't know. Summer, do you know? I assume no, because you didn't know the other one. Sturm, you didn't know the other Saint Seiya question. How would you know this one? Oh, you're basing it on the constellations. Okay. Should I use a lifeline or should I just bet on A? I don't know, 50-50 would be really helpful here.
By calling someone, you
See
may
if
be making
Peter
sure
agrees
you
with
get
you.
rid of this
Peter loves anime. He loves anime.
Hello?
Yes, Peter. It's George. As expected, I need your help for a question.
Awesome. I'm on television. Okay, let's go. Gonna do my best. You can count on me. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's A. And since I never make a mistake,
Alright, well, he never makes a mistake.
We're going to say A, okay?
So this is your final answer?
That's my final answer.
The choice is made. It's time to discover the right answer. You took your time. but
Alright,
you
Stir
are
was right. I should have trusted his knowledge of constellations.
One right answer found easily. Or almost.
I should. I'm gonna call you Peter from now on.
And here's a new question that I hope won't worry you.
What manga drawn and written by Yusei Matsui appeared in for the first time July 2012 in the magazine Weekly Shonen Jump? Black Clover, Neuro, Supernatural Detective, Assassination Classroom, Haikyuu. I don't know. Trying to think based on when the animes came out. Assassination Classroom was like earlier, right? We can do 50-50.
Let's take away 2 incorrect answers.
You didn't give me an answer for this one. Oh, I see. We have Peter for this one. All right, and I think it's Haikyuu only because when did the anime Assassination Classroom came out? It was like 2012 or something, right? It was like there's no way it would have. I feel like Assassination, because I've been doing the Anadole from anime guessing, where you like guess an anime to try to get the correct one. You get like information. Assassination was 2016, 2015. Okay, well, when was Haikyuu? I thought it was earlier. Haikyuu, I feel like, was easier. You mean earlier? So then the question is, do you think it came... Is Assassination Classroom, would that be a shonen anime, though, I guess is the question? I could see it being Haikyuu, because if it was earlier, it could be still, like... You think Assassination Classroom... Well, sports are boys like sports. Sports anime is basically... Like, the sports are basically like tournament fights. Alright, if I'm wrong on this term, you can say I told you so forever and
I'm
ever
choosing
and ever
D.
and ever and ever.
I know you are waiting for me to ask you. So let's go. Is this your final answer?
Oh, yes, that's my final answer.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the correct answer. It's sad, it's the game. This is not
You said
the
it was
right answer.
earlier, Pond.
What a dumb mistake on my part, really.
So I was thinking it
You
was
are leaving with your
earlier.
guaranteed cash prize. You played a good game.
Never
Good
trust
try.
Orange. Don't tell Dara. Alright, I'm not gonna do another one because otherwise we'll just be like here all day. But I don't think I have enough money to buy anything yet. No, not quite. That was fun. That was fun. But we're not done quite yet. I am gonna do some Mario Party Jamboree. But I don't know what board I want to do. So, you were trying to say the Haikyuu anime was earlier in 2016. Okay. That doesn't really help me necessarily, but... yeah, we're going to do some Mario Party. So, Nina, if you're here, can you do a poll for... I'm not doing the Bowser board. I guess it's between Pirates, Goomba's Pirate, whatever, Mall. I don't really want to do the race car one again, so I guess Wiggler, Pirates, Mall. Is there 4 or 5 options on Twitch? Wiggler, Pirates, Mall, or Western Land? Because I probably should do Mario's Rainbow Castle because I need to beat that, but I don't know if I'm feeling that. So Pirates, Wiggler, Mall, or Cowboys. So yeah, I will be right back. 2-minute break or so, and when I get back, we'll be switching to Jamboree. So I'll be right back, guys.